Welcome to Off the Binge, your ultimate seasonal anime podcast. Each week, we deliver top recommendations, hot takes, and in-depth reviews of the latest episodes from this season's lineup. Join us as we give you your weekly dose of anime coverage.
Welcome to Off the Binge.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Welcome to Off the Binge, guys. Whatever time it is you guys are watching, welcome. It is your co-host, your boy, Crash, aka the Hispanic Assassin, aka whatever nickname these guys keep calling me, the Hispanic Gooner. I don't know why. Maybe I'll find out this episode. But boy, oh boy, do we have another banger episode for you this week. Like, this season does not stop keep giving us fire-ass episodes of anime. We can't wait to talk to you about it. But we have to introduce our co-hosts. It's not just me talking about this. We also have the boys, the crew, the homies. Starting off with first, the guy, the one who always sends me, the hot anime, low-key, been always on top of his game. You already know what's up. The boy with the hat who never takes it off. I'm talking about the one, the only MemoryNK.
Yeah, who knows what's under here. But yeah, I'm always out here on the seas. You already know what's going on, guys. Memory here. Ready for another exciting podcast. This is number 40, which is kind of cool, I would say. I feel like, especially when we get at like that 50 mark, obviously 100, which is a ways away, but like reaching that 50 episode mark, I should say, which is cool. Maybe we'll do something for it. I'm not really sure. We haven't really talked about that, but yeah, like Crash said, this season continues to just be the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, I'm ready, like I said, for more discussions as always, because there's going to be just like y'all saw last episode. There's always something where there's a certain show we'll go in on for an extended period of time, and that'll probably happen
Far
here.
too
but
long.
Yeah, but
speaking of that show, I mean, boy, this week's episode. Has anyone seen it?
That's fresh. That's fresh in our minds.
So anyone that doesn't know, we're sometimes scrambling trying to finish these shows. Me and Memory may have just finished that particular episode, so it's fresh on the minds. Anyway, I am so colorfully named the Man God because of Mushoku Tensei. We love it. I watch a lot of novels, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna keep saying what I was gonna say. I read a lot of novels.
You watch novels? This isn't like you, Grem. This must be a crazy episode. What?
I read a lot of novels, and I actually recently started reading some source material of something that is airing this season, because I always do that. It's crazy.
Of course.
Anyway, unfortunately, our other two co-hosts, one of them is out gambling. We already mentioned that. Apparently, according to Crash, she's at some island. Oh no, according to Vash, she's at some island, right?
Yeah, some Gooner island.
Let's not go into that anymore. Like we
anyway,
did last week.
as for the boss man, as Crash so eloquently would like to put it, he had some Red Bull and it made him fly up. And
he grew wings, and yeah,
he grew wings, and he's now been.
He flew away to another world, some isekai area, and now he's gone for this week.
No,
it's all good.
He flew away to Dreamland.
Yeah,
come
Dreamland.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right.
It was so obvious.
You're right.
God, we messed it up.
Who knows what world he would be in right now?
He must be living his best life. But don't worry, we're here to carry. We're here to talk about the greatest, the most trashiest, and the most mid anime that came out for this week. We're here to discuss that. I'll draw blank. Someone help me out here. I don't know where to go from
This
here.
is your go-to seasonal anime podcast where we dive into the best, the worst, and the hidden gems of each anime season. We're starting off, of course, with the binge chillin' section here. Are you guys binging anything? Because I am not.
Wait. Record scratch, actually, we're not. We're skipping that because none of us are watching anything. It's crazy.
I'm so down for that.
Anyway, we're moving on to talking about our actual
takes. Our actual takes.
Yeah, our actual takes. So we're going to be discussing spoilers for the week of the 20th to the 27th, I think. Right? That sounds about right.
Yes, sir. You are correct.
So yeah, for what, July 20th, So
The
Monday,
21st
July
to the
28th?
27th.
21st.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
He got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the 27th. To Sunday, July 27th. Anyway, what do we got first to talk about? I don't have the document pulled up. What's first?
So our first big topic is going to be drama, thriller, and psychological animes of the season.
Ooh, so
do
the
you
big one.
guys have any honorable mentions first before we get into the nitty gritty of this week? Because I know there are a lot of crazy things that happen in a lot of animes.
I guess we can talk about Anne Shirley if you want.
True.
Real quick. I feel like Anne Shirley's always been like a staple, regardless if it's like a
For
main
sure.
topic or honorable mention. We always somehow end up bringing it up. But
We're gonna talk about it a little bit. at
they're
least.
still blue balling us with the Anne and Gilbert stuff.
God damn
like
you.
everyone around her's getting married and has men. Even men approaching our girl, as we saw with Billy in this episode, the sister trying to get them like hooked up or whatever together. They're still, like I said, they're still kind of beating around the bush, blue balling. Like when that actually happens, like I think we know it is gonna happen. It's just like a matter of when. But like when that dude, like I'm gonna need a Gatorade bath when that freaking happens because my God, like this series has been building that up, teasing it for a while now. But Anne already did return home, which was nice. Like the reunion was a little nice, although we did get that cursed image of Anne that we were dying about in the Discord when we were watching the episode.
Oh God! Please! I know you're gonna be editing this later. Please,
I can show
flash
it.
that on screen.
Yeah, I can show
because
it
it is so funny. It is the funniest picture. Oh, dude.
I need to see
Right
that picture, please.
after just the most wholesome, like you see her hugging the
So
twins.
wholesome.
Yeah, and then it's just like a
Yay!
cursed
And then
Anne. I'm just like, bro, what? And then we were roasting her
no.
forehead and her Peyton Manning forehead, and yeah, this was a mix of everything with this.
I need to see this.
Oh, bro, it's look at the for general. Like, there's pictures. They're all down there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no, I need to see this later.
But no,
Yeah,
it was
so
a good
funny.
episode.
It was.
Yeah, I mean, and getting more accustomed to obviously like the college life and the people around her. Some familiar faces, but also new as well. The one girl we've been saying, the one who's like all materialistic and whatnot, we've said that we're not really huge on her right now. She was even saying like she was trying to have Anne go with her back home or whatever to Bolingbrook, I think is where she was from.
Well, she wanted Anne to go back because she needed a mediator because she sent the wrong
she
letter
got
to the wrong boys.
Yeah, she was like, I got two dudes to deal with when I go back home, and there's gonna be some drama with that. And I'm just, and Anne's like, nah, like I'm good. Like I gotta go back home. Like I'm sorry, but
Anne's like, that's crazy work. Anyway, I'm going with my man's bag.
Yeah. Which
And she
Gilbert,
started grilling him on that.
Gilbert was kind of slick in this episode though. Like I don't know, some of the lines he had. Also, like, obviously, like, I know we were like, oh, when he got down and, like, tied her shoe or whatever, I thought they were going to do a thing where, like, she fell and, like, he caught her or something like that. But either way, like, even after, I don't know, Gilbert had some slick little lines in here. I'm just ready for them to finally go through with the two of them being together in here. Like I said, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Even now, like the preview for the next episode, I think we saw Anne dancing with like another dude. So I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, and even like the little vision she had of like the dark-haired tall guy, and I'm just like, dude, come on, Anne. Like, you know what it is. You just don't want to admit it, which is crazy, man. But
that's wild. Nah,
yeah.
you know what it is, and we want the goddamn romance. Run it to us, please.
Yeah, like everyone knows what it is. I don't think he is.
Are you watching Anne Shirley Crash?
I know.
Oh, okay. I mean, bro, you sounded like us for a second. I thought you knew.
I have read the book, the original, a long time ago when I was a child.
Okay.
So just you guys talking about it, just
it gets your mind going, right?
He just wants to cheer for a romance. He just want to cheer for a romance in general, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, when you
he's
have,
a man of the people, he's
you know. I gotta at least bless Grem a little bit. Like, yeah, I read the book, but it's I gotta say it's nothing like the anime. But as long as you guys have a good time, that's all that matters. But I don't think I'm gonna watch the anime no time soon. But as long as you guys are good, that's all that matters. Do you guys have anything else to talk about with that, or?
I don't know if Gremlin wanted to add in.
No, I think I'm pretty good with it. I think you said everything that needed to be said. Unfortunately, I don't know about I don't think any of us have got to maybe Crash Crash might be the savior here. Have you watched Hotel Inhuman yet?
Yes, I have, and I have some.
Okay,
shit to
thank
talk
you.
about with
Speak,
Okay,
because
so-
I'm so sad I didn't get to watch it this week. I'm so sad I'm behind.
Okay.
So hit us.
First off, I just want to say I'm so sorry. Oh my god, wait, I didn't see it. I didn't see the last episode. I saw episode 3.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wait,
well,
the episode we talked about last week was, or you guys talked about last week was
Yeah.
the assassin, right?
the funeral, right?
Yeah, the funeral. So I caught up to that. So I went back because episode 2, I believe, I fell asleep watching that shit. And I told you guys in the previous episode, like, that shit was
You
so
were
boring.
thinking about dropping it, yeah.
I was thinking about dropping it. So I actually took the time to went back to rewatch it, like, full on awake and everything. And I'm like, oh no, this actually, I should have been paying attention. I guess I was just
This
tired.
actually hit, right?
I actually felt bad. And then I saw the fucking funeral episode, this week. And I was like, god damn, like, just everything they did. Which, by the way, I'm going to call it here now, which I talked about before. I don't know if it was Neko or one of you guys. I told you guys he was gonna fucking die. Someone was like, "Oh
Yeah,
no!"
I think it was just Neko. It was
Neko.
Yeah.
I think we made a bet with Neko, and I don't remember what it was. I need somebody to let me know.
We
what
still
the
didn't
bet
look
was.
into that. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't looked into it.
But
I think it had something to do with the Mude bot, but oh man.
We'll look into it. But as an assassin, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. That's it. There's just no way you was gonna live. And I'm like, seeing that, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Funeral and everything. Oh, bro, the final letter. Anyway, oh man.
That gave me a little more points to the show. I was like, you know what? I'm a little more invested, but I'm still thinking it's mid.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't watch episode 4. I apologize. I dropped the ball on that. I confused that for 3.
Hey man, we all did. Summer Hikaru died.
So I did watch this episode, and the biggest thing that I got out of this episode, honestly, was that, and it had me dying, honestly, was that there was like an ending credit scene when they showed kind of what happened before Hikaru like died or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason the dude died, or like how he died, is he freaking saw a tree that looked like it had boobs on it. I'm not even kidding. Like,
that's my goat, bro.
Like it looked like the tree literally looked like it had titties, and he was like, "Oh my god, like that's raunchy," and then he slipped and fell. Like that's how he like died. And
well, that's how Crash is going out. I'm calling it now.
That would be a Crash way to go out. That would be.
I don't even know the name of the fucking film. I don't know if you guys even know, but there was a scary movie I seen when I was a kid, and it was kind of similar. Some guy needs to beat his meat in the middle of the fucking woods in the middle of the night. I don't know why. So he takes a lighter, he takes a Playboy poster, puts it on the tree, starts beating his meat, and then a ghost that looks very DK cute, like he's like trying to raise her up, and ends up killing him in the most grotesque way possible. So I'm not, that's not far off from this anime. I really want to.
Anyway, Rascal does not dream of bunny girls.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't have much to say about the Summer Hikaru dead. Like there was some nice scenes in it. Like there was like the river scene when they were like kind of both at the river like talking and whatnot, and they were in like the scene where Yoshiki, he like told Hikaru that like he doesn't see him as like a replacement, that he's kind of seeing him as like his own kind of person or whatever you'd want to say in a way. So like there was some nice scenes by that, and then also obviously we got like the inspector detective dude or whatever still out here. Is
he finally out there?
Yeah, he was talking. I think he was actually talking to. There was a scene with him and like the locals in this episode, so he's finally like, I feel like getting closer. Yeah, so
that's dope.
Yeah, so like that part of it, like I've been saying, has been like the thing that I've been the most invested in, is like the the actual like mystery kind of supernatural aspect, like what's actually going on here, and like a lot of these, like some of these legends and whatnot. But yeah, it was an okay episode. It was like, I'm still not as invested in the characters as I feel like I would like to be, but yeah, like I said, my biggest takeaway was that scene at the end where I was like, just bro, like dude really slipped and fell because he saw a tree that looked like a pair of titties, bro. I was like, so. But yeah,
bro,
we can move on. We can move on.
Crash is like, that's so dangerous. He's like, I'm gonna go out that one.
I was gonna like Bunny Girl Senpai, aka Santa Claus Senpai, all I was gonna say to that was I was kind of right, and I think you guys are literally looking away on this one little detail, and I really think I'm like so close to like this theory. I really think Futaba and what was it? Kunumi, I think is his name.
They're not a
they are
thing. You better not say that.
I
No,
really
he
think they
thinks
are a thing.
that they
Well,
are.
I'm telling you, they're
not.
They're hinting that like
Bro,
you're so oblivious.
no, Crash, no,
I'm
bro.
telling you, they look in the anime. They're like, oh look,
Crash,
you're missing out on something so like pivotal, and how do you not see it? And he's like, what? And
Bro,
she's
the
like,
end of the
"Forget about it, you'll see it."
episode should have revealed it to you. What is probably going on?
It's your boy Stupido. What can I say? But I think I might be onto something. Who knows? It might be it might be puberty syndrome all over again, and everyone's just like kind of doing some weird stuff. I don't know, but it is getting just interesting for me to be like, okay, cool. It's not like all the way down borderline mid, but it's still like we're not gonna get anything more interesting than this right now mid. So, but I think I might be right. I hope I'm right. If I'm wrong, well, hey, at least I tried.
I mean, in
really,
terms
really,
of
really
that,
should.
because our boy Konimi, like he was even saying, he was like, dude hasn't even got it yet, right? And then it went to the end of the episode, and Sakuta was like, "Is this what dude was talking about?" And it was Saki, the girl, obviously we're familiar with, like we know her.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm thinking that them two, Konimi and her, are like a thing. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, they've always been a thing. That was his girlfriend. That was his
In
girlfriend
high
from the
school,
first.
yeah, they were a thing because
Were they actually official?
They were
Yeah,
official.
they were dating. That's why he said,
Because
"Can you get your
she was always
girlfriend?"
mad that
She
Sakura
was always
hanging
she was
out with
always
him.
shitting on Sakuta, and she's like,
Stop hanging out with my man. I want to spend time
Okay,
with
well
him.
you said there was a ring, so was it maybe that?
No, I
Is it a
said, is he? Are we missing like a ring? Like that's what I was thinking.
That's what I'm thinking too.
That's
okay,
what I was
okay.
thinking.
That.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that too.
I honestly did not
low-key.
remember that they were already a thing. I'm gonna be honest, because that was like what season? That had to be season 1, no?
That was season 1. Like if you forgot after the movies,
I mean, dude, it's been like
too much time.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's been like
time.
7 years or 6 or 7 years. So
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, and it's not like a crazy rom-com type of thing. Like if you remember, you remember. If you don't, it's cool. Like context clues will help you out. But I'm just hoping for the best. I know that like she did confess and he said no outright. But that's why I'm like, time has passed. We're in college now. Things could change. People have different perspectives now. Like who knows why I might be up, but.
I mean, she was at the fucking
the get together
at the date, yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. Why would you be at the get together if you're with? I mean, but then again,
we've got our boy Sakuta, who's literally already
dating like waifu material right now. So you know what? I can't really put that theory out there. But who knows? I'm just saying. I want to hope for the best. If I'm wrong, cool, whatever. But. Let me have the Scorpion, boys. Let me have the Scorpion.
Oh no, I really don't know. I think maybe we're missing a ring. Maybe we didn't pick up on that. Maybe they broke up and we didn't know about that. Maybe well, no, because she said if they want to be introduced to people who are taken, and then they talk. Okay, on the off chance Crash is right, that could lead credence, right? It could be that they're going out. Like it could be, but I'm betting on that he missed a ring. That's what I'm betting on.
That would make more sense. I feel like that would make more sense. Yeah, I feel like that would make more sense. Because I don't know. I feel like if they were a thing, like it would have been a lot more telling from the time that they spent together.
I feel like Sakuta wouldn't have missed it.
yeah. Which, I mean, to speak about that, like the scenes like in the first half of the episode, I really liked, especially seeing them kind of reunite and catch up.
Yeah, it was the trio, man. We missed it.
Exactly.
The Three Musketeers back at it again.
Which our boy like Kunimi's like a firefighter now, and he's looking a lot more like
yoked.
Yeah, for sure.
My boy Buffet,
yeah. And then I think Futaba, she's like an instructor or something like that. I think
she's a teacher with Sakura.
She's a teacher with Sakura.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, just their interactions, them all being together, even the picture they took, like stuff like that. Like I really liked those scenes. And then obviously we have a whole other kind of plot brewing. I guess it's gonna be centered around the Ikumi girl. I think the name of the arc is actually called like the Nightingale arc or something like that. because they released like a new visual for it and everything. So I'm curious. So I'm curious to see. Obviously, also with the miniskirt Santa and things like that, like what how this arc is gonna pan out. Also, I did like the little. It was pretty brief, but the scene in like the cafeteria with Sakuta and the Miori girl who was like just introduced in this season. Like I feel like they're very similar. Like they remind me of each other. Like when they were talking in the cafeteria, just like some of the shit they were saying to each other, I was like, man, this is just Sakuta as a girl, like literally.
I think it reminds me a lot of Mai and Sakuta's banter.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me of those two talking, and that's why I kind of that's part of the reason I kind of hate that some of these girls look very similar to each other, because some of their dialogue back and forth together, I'm like, that could be Mai. Is that Mai? And then it'd be like, but I mean, to be fair, every time he's in a room with Mai, he goes, "I love you, my son, my son, my like." So I mean, like he helps us, right?
And then they're hinting at shit like in this episode. I don't know, maybe it's something not to really read too much into, but like they were talking about like, oh, like Sakuta or Sakuta was saying like, oh, I would never like fall in love with one of my students or see my students in that way. And they were like, okay, maybe not you.
So hard.
They were like, maybe not you, but one of your students may be in love with you or like fall in love with you. And I'm just like,
I literally have photos, but I didn't post it on the Discord. But like that is like that's a big takeaway to personal life. That could be very relatable. Like your partner can trust you, and you can trust your partner. But realize that there are also like outside threats that could also threaten or endanger the relationship. So by no means do you think that your partner is the problem. No, other girls, other guys could be the problem. And like that the Riz eyes that student, I forgot her name. You guys can correct me. Was giving Sakuda. I was like, yo, I don't know how I like that. Like, mommy, no, he's spoken for. Why are you still trying to no? No, but you never know that this could get a little spicy.
Oh, we're not worried about Sakuta. We're worried about
Sakuta would never.
It's the people around him, but also like I don't know. There's still obviously Toko, who is like obviously like a mystery still. Honestly, like that whole thing. Obviously this Ikumi girl. There's a lot of like kind of little things they've laid out. That's why I'm curious to see how this is all. And we even saw. What was it in this at the end of the episode? The mini Mai freaking.
Oh yeah, we saw mini Mai.
Yes.
Yeah, we did see that as well.
We
at
also
the same
have
time, the Ikumi girl.
We also had. Is it the Ikumi girl or is it the other one? It's the.
No, it was Ikumi. I think the girl with. I think it was Ikumi.
No. We're talking about the girl who was saving the people with that word.
Yeah, that was Ikumi. That was Ikumi. Yeah.
Because we have Ikumi who is, I guess, paying attention to what's going on the app, or I mean on Twitter, basically.
The dreaming
with all the hashtags.
Yeah.
Which is also something that has to do with probably has to do with somebody's.
Yeah. It's like you're seeing the future or some shit.
Syndrome. Yeah. So
interesting.
There's all sorts of plot lines, and I think right now we just don't know enough.
Yeah. I think this was one of the stronger, if not the strongest episode so far in this season. Because I haven't been too high. Yeah. I haven't been too I've enjoyed this season. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's been peak Bunny Girl Senpai content, right?
No.
So
I think we've been missing the interaction with the boys.
Yeah. So like this was nice, right? Especially the first half of the episode. But I am curious in a lot of the little things that have kind of been introduced or like laid out. We obviously we don't have the big picture yet, but yeah, it was a good episode. I would probably say as my favorite episode so far of this season. So for Bunny Girl Senpai. So
I hope it maintains, but we'll have to wait until next week to find out. But to carry on, do you guys don't have any other honorable mentions for this topic, right?
Yeah, I think that's all of our honorable mentions. Call of the Night. I'm not watching it. What about you boys? What do you got?
Okay, do you want to go first?
Bro, I mean,
it's not Kowloon, but that was probably one of the most
dude. Damn, it just keeps cooking. It just keeps cooking, bro.
That was straight.
It keeps cooking, man. And
do you want to run? Was the best title that you could put for this fucking episode. Like I really loved it. Like I really loved it. Seeing the origin story of I'm gonna butcher her name. Natsuke?
Kabura.
Yeah.
Nazuna and Kabura.
I've just seeing her not being a vampire and just like seeing her as like a nurse, like just literally what she was doing beforehand. And I don't think it was the same voice actress, so I'm very curious to see if it was.
I think they did,
Sora.
or she was going for a different tone. I don't know.
She did a phenomenal
If she
job
did, yeah, that's
because
crazy range. That's crazy
she
range.
talked more mature than how she usually does. I was like genuinely surprised. I was like, damn, like she's like talking like a older woman, like a 30 almost 40-year-old woman. I was like, God damn. And just her being not like how she usually is, like she's trying to be your friend, your homie, and then trying to low key like flirting, but in a way that's very subtle. But like you can pick up the hints if you're smart enough. And thank God this girl was very smart enough. Um, the rooftop scene fucking got me. I was like,
Yeah.
no, this is top 10, 100% top 10 for me for the week. But it's not enough to say like how she was already a vampire. We understand now it wasn't her who made her into a vampire. We got to figure out now who we're back at square one now. Like, hey, she wasn't her that bit her, so now she's her subordinate. We realized, okay, cool, that's nice. But who ultimately made her a vampire? I guess we'll have to wait and see for the next episode to see what that cooks. And I want to see more Detective Girl. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of her. I really want to see more of her in action.
Yeah, the content with Cabra, Nazna, little origin story was like really nice. The way it was directed, the way like the animation, even like they used one of the songs from the first season, which I freaking love. Especially like the scene when she's like falling through the sky, like I and then it's like the colorful background.
They repeated that, like
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so like the fact they brought that back was awesome, and feels very similar to like this kind of the stuff we saw with like Ko at the beginning of like season 1 and whatnot with Nazuna. So yeah, this is a really good episode. Cabra, I mean, her friends are just absolute shit, like terrible friends. Like you shouldn't even like they're not even friends. Like you can't call those people friends. Like honestly,
No, like honestly, God, if you like, I have sick friends. Hands to God, have sick friends. I would rather spend all my time chilling with them, whether in the hospital or like just like chilling on a bench, just talking shit to each other, than hanging around people like that, because that's not friends. Homies watch each other's backs, and that's what Nazuna was for this girl when she was in hospital. She was that's what you call a homie.
Listen to her. Gave
when
her
she
advice.
heard the story about friends talking shit, she was like, "Okay, who we killing? Where are we out to?" And she's like, "Wait, whoa!"
She was ready to kill him. Yeah, she was like, "Who am I killing?"
I need homies like that.
That's a ride or die.
Yeah. Exactly. And you know what? When she was trying to raise her up, like, "Hey, you want to be a vampire too?" Like, yeah, no, we down. I'm with you to the very end, and that's literally how I saw this relationship like build and form, and that's how it should be with homies, with friends, like any kind of like close people that you're with. How did you guys connect? How did you guys like end up being like you're like twins? I guess you want to say, and that's how I saw with these two. Like,
yeah,
this show's just cooking. I've been loving it a lot.
Yeah, another fantastic episode. There were a couple other little bits that like I wanted to mention, because I think Nazna talked about not really remembering any of this. And I know that's something this season especially has already hit on, is like, as I think time goes on, you forget about a lot of those things. So it's like, how old really is, Nazuna, and like things of that nature. Like there's a lot of questions, a lot of things I feel like we're going to learn soon, especially about the past, which is awesome to like know that that content is most likely coming. So yeah, that stuff. And then also like I got a kick out of the NTR scene when Nazuna was trying to shut down.
That shit was
hilarious. she was trying to shut it down, that she didn't like NTR, and then she just totally like gave herself away. Like she does like NTR like plot.
I'm not gonna
watching
lie,
her reading it.
When she was saying that, I wasn't seeing Nazuna saying that. I was seeing the voice actress say that. I'm like, you like NTR? Like, nah, you wouldn't say that live, would you? No, are you? Sussy mommy, you. But that was hilarious that she brought that up. Like, what? Why did you bring this up? I thought I was the gooner here. You gonna be the gooner too? Okay, cool. I ain't gonna judge you. Do you? But that was hilarious. You're right. That was a phenomenal.
There was a lot. I mean, this episode had a bit of everything, because it did have that like kind of setup, like the creepy hospital, like the room that you shouldn't go into, like that whole thing, like
the transition, like the intermission, like, oh, I know how you became a vampire, and it was like actually like creepy music, like, oh, and it's like, you are this. And it was like, yeah, no, I was like, damn, what a fucking build up, bro. It was peak. perfect. There's no more to be said. Like, if you're not enjoying this, I don't know how you can't not be, because it has literally everything in it.
I mean, I think I said in the previous podcast, like I enjoyed the hell out of season 1, but like season 2, like has been cooking way more. I feel like than season 1. Like I've been, like I said, I like season 1 a lot, but this has been so far, like every single episode, I'm just like, man, I feel like it just keeps kind of getting better and better. So I think sky's the limit, because especially if we're gonna get a lot of this past content with Nazuna and whatever, hopefully it can execute properly. But yeah, nothing but positive things to say, honestly, about Call of the Night again. So
yeah, no, I got nothing more to say other than the OP. I've been listening to the fuck out of it, like at least the outro. I'm sorry, not the intro. No, Vash loves the intro. I'm saying,
yeah, I was about to say
you
you can't be slipping up like that, bro. He'll come
No,
at
he
you.
loves the intro. I'm loving the outro. I've been blasting. I
Yeah.
actually have it now on my playlist to listen to. Like, if the outro hits, and rarely I ever have outros hit, I literally put it on my YouTube playlist. So thank you, Call the Night, for being fire and keeping fire, because like you've been just fucking peak top 10 hands down. But
Alrighty, we can move on to Clevatess now.
you guys have the floor. I'm not watching this.
What'd you think, Grem? Because I know we were kind of just talking for a bit there.
Clevatess.
Our girl survived. No.
Our girl did survive. Yeah, she got the glow up too.
The glow up.
Her teeth got fixed. She got a streak of white in her hair, and she got renamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. To what is it?
Nelalu or something like that. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Just call her
ahead.
Nell. I was like, I'm just gonna call her Nell, dude. Like,
bro, I'm gonna just call her Neliel Overshot.
Well, actually, if I call her Nell, I'm gonna think of Bleach, so maybe not.
Exactly. That's
yeah. I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that.
But no, Nell coming back was great. We get to see some of the latent power in our little baby. The ability to work with an incantation and with powder to cause someone to go invisible. So there's something more to the royal family and like the royal bloodline than just being able to work this special metal, which is interesting, and I would like that explored further. Our boy kind of gave up on humanity a little bit, and it kind of our people are trying to like get him the, hey man, like there's bad people in the world, but there's still good people.
Yeah.
Like don't give up yet, and he was moments away from just giving up, and at the end of this, it doesn't seem like he's given him another chance. Still, he's still kind of done.
Yeah.
And very, very much like maybe I should just kill all the humans, which is interesting. So I'm interested to see where it goes from there.
I think Alicia is kind of the one, like, even though like Alicia pretty much isn't human at this point,
Right.
she's still like, I mean, that scene with her where she was just like, I'm ready, like, kill me again. Like, I'm just like, do whatever you have to do to my body or whatever I am, just like to save this girl, right? Which, actually, I don't want to say I was surprised that she lived, but like I feel like this show would have been maybe something like I wouldn't have been surprised if kind of one had to be sacrificed for the other in this case. But like obviously we saw Alicia was able to, still live as well. So yeah, like Nell, Lulu or whatever her name is now, she's gonna be joining the party. She got the glow up, which is nice. With how this series has kind of been so far, I was like, there was a little bit of worry there. Like, is she actually even going to survive? I was saying, I figured it would be through some means that she would still somehow live, especially with like Clen being there. But yeah, it looks like we got another member of our group here, our very diverse group. Because we got a baby, we got Clen, and then we got Alicia, we got her now. So
the baby,
yeah.
The baby.
So yeah, solid episode. Also the some of like the scenes with like the dark beasts underwater and stuff like that with Alicia, like that content was cool. like, you know, Alicia was she was pretty badass in this episode, honestly, like with that stuff. But then also like her she was like, I'm like the hero. Like, this is what I do. Like, right. Like, just do whatever you have to do to my body, whatever you need for me. Like for this girl to live, for this girl to live, like do what you have to do. Like, and once again, the scenes where like their bodies are doing like the sound effects, like,
the
dude.
popping, bro.
Yeah, it always makes me like
Oh.
cringe, dude. Like, I'm just like hearing like the crackling and it's like, ugh. So yeah, solid episode though of Clevatess once again this week, I would say.
I think I don't know how many more people he's gonna be able to revive.
Yeah.
Because he mentioned that Alicia's body is decaying. So it's gonna take longer every time to bring her back. I'm guessing there's a point of no return.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense. Especially like him even like saying that. I feel like that might be something further on down that comes back to like.
So I'm guessing we didn't have that choice this time, but I'm thinking one of these times we're gonna have to make that choice. So that's kind of an interesting
something to remember for sure.
Yeah, something to remember for sure. Right. I mean, yeah, this is a good episode. I don't think I have much more to say about it, you know.
Yeah, we can move on to probably the main chunk of this.
The reason why we're all here.
The reason we're all here.
All right, everybody. I would like to advise you to pause the show now. Go get some snacks, get some water, get ready. You know, go to the restroom if you have to. Because last time we talked about this show,
I wish we could have said this last week, but we didn't know. Like we didn't know that.
We didn't
talk about this for a minute, but so be prepared, strap down, because shit's about to get real, and I mean really real.
This episode, man,
from Takopi's Original Sin, episode 5. Jesus.
Yeah.
I think we got advised. So, like I said, as I said earlier at the beginning of the pod, that it's still fresh for me and Memory. When we started watching it, Crash is like, "Oh, shit! I'ma just shut up." Come back.
And I see why.
I see why.
For sure.
Oh, bro. So let's start at the beginning.
Like, where do you even start?
So I wanted to say this right off the bat. I wanna put it known on the podcast. I was fucking right. She did go to Tokyo. You guys are talking shit about she's not gonna go out, nothing like that. I was fucking right on the money. I was off about what was gonna go down. I did not expect what actually happened, but still that was crazy nonetheless to see. But she did go to Tokyo.
The scumbag that is dead. That's
okay.
I even worse, bro.
I mean, okay.
I don't care. I don't care if you're moving on. I don't care if you've broken up with her mom already. That is still your child, bro.
To be like, oh, who is this again? Like, I'm wondering the same thing. Yeah, like, who is it? Like,
because he knew who it was. He answered and said, "Oh,
it's
like he knew." And then like everything goes down, and then the kids come, and I mean, I guess you get to see a little bit of the childishness of our main girl, for like continuously not picking up on the signs and continuously just being like, "Hey dad, hey dad, hey dad, hey dad, hey dad," and kind of pushing it to the point. But our boy did something irredeemable by saying, "I don't know who the fuck this is. Oh, that's crazy." Like that's pretty.
Yeah,
that's pretty trash.
And the dog,
not Father
obviously,
of the Year, bro.
Like,
not Father of the Year.
The one thing she was holding on to, like Chappie, like seeing the dog, and then being like, yeah, I was saying, okay, she gonna like kill herself or something, but like we saw what
happened. It took a whole left turn, and again, I didn't expect that either.
Oh, I don't think a lot of people saw like this twist, happening for sure, because I mean, I don't know if y'all want to just get right into it, or if there's anything else you want to mention, because I feel like that's gonna be the main.
No, I want to go straight to the name.
Yeah, so like,
well, let's think. Then she got angry and she went back to Takopi.
Yeah,
and Takopi started apologizing, trying to say, "Hey, let's just go back. Maybe we can find him. Maybe like trying to pacify her." And she goes, "Oh, so you're not gonna help me either." And her eyes go that dark, and she attacks Takopi, which is crazy. And then Takopi gets a revelation. He remembers he's hit over the head, and he remembers.
Your moment of death, or like your life flashing, before your eyes, kind of thing. Which
he remembers the first
timeline, the
Which
very
is-
first timeline.
Which it was at first when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, maybe like he got reincarnated and then he's like got another chance to like help Marina, and I didn't understand that. So you're watching everything go down to the point where like, oh no, this was the first thing that happened.
Yeah.
To then go back.
It was quite literally Takopi's original sin.
I
We thought
didn't
Takopi's
say it
original.
before, but that is literally Takopi's original.
We thought the original
sin.
one was him killing Marina.
And the title threw us off when everyone's walking away. You see the title, like, oh, that's why, like, okay, he has got to live with the sin that he killed Marina. No, it wasn't her that he was supposed to kill. It was not that. It was literally the opposite. And what a twist! Like, I could not have expected that at all. I will just say, for the most part, like, I'll just say this off the bat. I don't know how about you guys, but when I was watching this, I felt sick to my stomach and I wanted to throw up. And I've never watched an anime close to making me feel like that. Not even School Days made me feel like that, and that shit was really bad. So the fact that it only 6 episodes, and the 5th episode is making me want to throw up in a really weird way, that's like, it's bad, of course, but like, damn, like, you're making me feel very, very invested in this show. Like, I don't know what to expect for the next and last episode for next week.
Well, I mean, I think this all but confirms that Takopi's gonna figure out a way to go back home and use the clock again to fix it. To tell his mom, hey, I finally get what I did wrong. I finally get what was wrong about it.
Right. And then we get like
has to be another way.
The perfect timeline, essentially.
Which is what I'm assuming next episode will be. Like that, because if that isn't what next episode is, then I'm thrown for a loop.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen if that's not what it is. I'm thinking that he's gonna take this hit. I'm thinking maybe there's like an aspect to the happy ends. Maybe he like respawns, because they talk about it like they can come back. So maybe he respawns. Maybe he gets reset at the happy end world. Maybe his memories are intact and they're finally fully intact. And he hits up mom and goes, well, I understand what I did wrong. We get that whole scene, and then he comes back. And I'm guessing that's where the OP comes in, where we get that string on both of their fingers so they understand each other.
Yeah.
So they become friends, meaning that our girl doesn't want to kill herself to begin with everything going on with Marina. And I'm sorry, I should say unalive, right? That's what we do on YouTube these days. That's what we do on YouTube these days.
No breathing, I think.
Yeah, no breathing. Yeah. I'm guessing we're gonna get some sort of scene there, like the OP, where they start to understand each other, and they start understanding that the sins of their parents have nothing to do with the children, and the children are just trying to live, and maybe they can help all 3 of them, or the 2 of them can help each other with their trauma that they're going through, because quite frankly, like, Marina's going through some bad shit.
Yeah.
And so is Shizuku. Like, they're both going through very horrible things that children just don't deserve to go through.
No, yeah. Like, we talked about this in a previous podcast. Like this, like you said it perfectly, Grem, and it's literally what I said last time. The sins of the parents have nothing to do with the kids, and how like the mentality of the kids that you're watching just keeps getting further and further and further. Like, we wish no bad, or at least I speak for myself. We wish no bad on children, like, at all. Like, we've been bullied. Of course, I'm pretty sure a lot of us have been bullied as children, but not to the extent where, like, your mom is beating your ass because she thinks that you're going against her on some crazy shit. Like, the whole time I'm watching Marina, like, on the first timeline, the first ever, seeing the scar that she got from her mom from the bottle, and just seeing like the mom like being on medication because of her having schizophrenia. I'm assuming, I really don't know, but I'm assuming she has that.
I think it's mood swings, right? Because of like
I think it's
like
It's interesting. They
It's some kind of disorder. We can assume.
You know what's interesting? They didn't show any like in the timeline not the first timeline, but the timeline that we've had mostly like in the series. Like they showed a good bit of the dad, but in the first timeline, the only thing we got of the dad, I think, was like the text that he sent Marina. Like that was literally it. So like, because I think in the second timeline, I think they were trying to make it to like where it was like the dad that was playing like a big part in kind of how the mom ended up like turning out, or like, but I think maybe the mom has been the problem, like really from the beginning.
Especially
seeing this in the first timeline now.
Yeah. Because the mom, because I'm reading that message. I don't know if you paused to read the message that was sent to Marina, but we did, and what it basically said is, "Hey, can you do something about your mom, please? She's been dodging the divorce mediations.
Yeah.
Like, I deserve a chance to move on too."
Right. Like the dad, it sounded like he'd been trying to make like a conscious effort to
get that on out of this relationship because it's not working out for sure. This lady,
like being civil about it.
Yeah. Like that message at the very least was super civil and like well written, and like it made a lot of sense. Like I feel bad for the guy, but then again, what we see in the present timeline, what we're looking at in Shizuku, like Shizuku's path, I guess, just to differentiate. I don't know. Maybe this will make it easier for us. We're gonna say Marina's path and Shizuku's path, right? Just to like, so we know
that makes it easier. Yeah,
but like in Shizuka's path, which is what we've been following the whole anime. We've seen dad has been unfaithful. Dad has been actively going out of his way to be unfaithful. He's been doing it in mom's face. He's been like kind of just being scum, right?
Yeah.
And maybe there's problems with the marriage that are deeper rooted, and maybe like we're not seeing that, and that could be what it is, right? And if that's what it is, fair enough. But like what we're seeing in Shizuku's path is that the dad was up to no good. The dad was kind of the worst.
Yeah.
What we're seeing in Marina's path is mom was crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess we kind of saw that in Shizuka's path too, right? She said, "You're on my side," right?
Very manipulative.
Side,
yeah.
right?
Like,
gaslighting your own child, and like to what ends? Like it's just the two of you. Like there's no
holding up the glass, holding up the glass,
Dad?
And like like saying like this is why no man wants you, and just some of her dialogue. I'm like, where what? Like,
and the
your own
flip
kid?
when Marina got a boyfriend, it's like really?
Oh,
like you're leaving me now.
I was holding my head like this. I wanted to throw up. Like I don't say I was like relating to that, but like I just like I kept saying like in front of my monitor, I was like, please no, because I already know where this is going. When Marina had to tell her mom like, yeah, hey, so things aren't going my way. I knew what was gonna go down to an extent, and then when I see Takopi coming back trying to chase after Shizuka and Naoki.
I didn't know if Marina was gonna be dead or if the mom was gonna be dead.
Because like
I thought it was gonna be Marina.
That feeling was the same, like very similar feeling to what we saw with Shizuka when she like hung herself. Like I was like that, like I was getting that vibe. I was like, okay, Takopi's about to walk in here. He's gonna see probably Marina dead. Like that's what I was.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I was thinking the mom was gonna kill Marina.
Yeah.
And Takopi's gonna be like, well, I didn't have a picture. Maybe I could go back in time and fix it. And he was coming back to try to fix the Shizuka thing, I guess. But it didn't really compute until we got the part where in a turn, I don't know, I thought Marina was dead. I did not think it was gonna go the other way around. And when we see Marina crying over her mother, it's like, that's brutal, that's horrible. And then she says, if only I had killed her
in 4th grade. Right?
In 4th grade.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then Takopi goes, I'll do it. And it's like,
yeah.
My thing right now, right this moment, right? Like the whole thing was so fucked up, like hands down. And then seeing Marina like at the very end with the glass, putting it to her neck, and then saying, what would I have named that little ball?
Takopi. Yeah.
Takopi. I was like, to what ends do you push a child mentally to do that to itself. Like, bro, this is so fucking like I don't have any words. That's how fucked it is. Like this is not for everybody, and I really hope if you can't talk to somebody, like just there's people always out there willing to listen to help. But my biggest thing out of all of this is the ending, right? Because we don't know what's gonna happen at the end. But what I took out of it was you see Naoki coming up, and he's like, "Oh, the octopus. What are you still doing here?" And I'm like, how is he gonna tie in with this ending? Because he's not gonna try to help out Takopi. He loves.
Are you
Shizuka.
wait? What if Takopi comes clean? What if Takopi tells him everything?
But he
And
loves
maybe
Shizuka.
he does. He does, but he already knows it ended badly this time. And Takopi's tried to reset several times. And then even before, like the first timeline, it wouldn't have ended well for Marina. And I think at this point, I think our boy understands how horrible both of their things. I think if Takopi comes out and tells him everything, I think this little boy is going to be the reason everything happens perfectly.
Mhm.
And I think Takopi's gonna team up with him.
Like he's kind of the bridge.
I think that's the way
like,
out. Yeah, I think
yeah.
he's the bridge.
Yeah.
I think that's what the OP's all about.
And also,
right?
it would fit too, especially because of the content we had even with the brother in the previous episode.
And that would be how we save him.
Yeah.
No, and that's how we save him. Other than his brother, that's how we save him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would be there. He would be the bridge for Takopi to build the bridge, the bond between those two, so they could lean on each other, so that their home lives are not so terrible because they have somebody they can lean on, and he could be the one to facilitate that, so those two could save him and his fragile ego, and save him from the horrible shit happening to him, along with his brother, like who he knows now.
Yeah.
And maybe like, because I'm still of the opinion that we're going back in time and we're gonna change everything. So maybe Takopi will let him know, like, hey, just talk to your brother. And maybe that's how like everything reaches a happy ending. Because I'm on that. We are having a happy ending to this. I think there's
bro, we
shows.
freaking deserve it. We deserve it.
We deserve it.
You're right. I realistically hope you're right. But me, like being a pessimist in this scenario, like I said before in the previous episode, I don't think there's gonna be a happy ending. I don't think everyone's gonna get what they want, and it sucks because I don't think the point of this anime is it's gonna have a happy ending. I think the point of this anime is sometimes in life.
Treat your kids right.
Yeah, treat your kids right.
I think that's the point of this anime is treat your fucking kids right.
Stop being for the street. No, but like I think this is one of those animes where like sometimes you're not gonna get the ending you want. And I like in a sense we have to accept that because realistically we have all gone through some kind of trauma in our past. But this kind of anime is just showing the perspective of someone who's just so giddy, so innocent, so happy. Like, how could they understand pain? How could they understand suffering? Loss. Betrayal. Literal like physical like pain. It's so weird to see it from the perspective of Takopi, but at the same time, it's like kind of refreshing because it's like, how could he know? He has never experienced or gone through it like that. Even him slapping, his deacon mother when he went back to his home planet. She was like, "Why was he so rough with me? Why is he acting the way that he is?" Like it's a first time understanding and doing this. Like you have this mentality, like you're in the right doing these actions, and it's not the right thing. So I really hope you're right, Gremlin. I really, really do. But I'm more inclined to believe that it's not going to be the ending we all want. I'm even inclined to believe it could end on a cliffhanger. We're all kind of screwed. Like it could just be straight blank.
It's up to the viewers' imagination.
Imagine that. I would be so tired. Like, bro, it was doing so well just for that.
Yeah. Nah, I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like we deserve a freaking happy ending, especially after everything that we've had in this series. But also like I would like that. Don't get me wrong, but also I would not be definitely would not be surprised if it does, something totally different other than that. Like still with Takopi learning, but maybe our main characters, like their timelines or like them not ending up the way that we would like for that we would like to see for it to end up. But maybe it's something like maybe Takopi gets put into another person's kind of life and based on that what Takopi has learned. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be like some one-off character type deal, or like also I could see like the higher being or whatever from the planet like getting involved, like because I mean there's also like I think we were talking about this even off air, like the ship or whatever, the rocket ship, like how would Takopi even get back is like the the thing that I feel like it is what I
I think
would be
that's the
curious
biggest
about.
thing going
Yeah,
against like my theory, right?
yeah, like is there gonna be something else that like maybe we're not seeing right now? Like I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, the twist definitely did not see it coming, especially like that being like the original, the original timeline. Like obviously we've had Takopi going back with the camera or whatever. But in terms of like that whole first original timeline with MemoryNK being like really like the main kind of character, I guess in a way, yeah, that was kind of that was wild, and I'm curious to see for sure like how this is gonna all end up. Like like I said, we deserve a happy ending, so we'll definitely see. But yeah, once again, even how it was directed, how everything was presented, like it was absolutely fantastic. Much like pretty much this whole series has been. I feel like presentation wise, it's just fantastic. But yeah, I think Grem, you wanted to say a little bit more.
Yeah. You know what this series is? Like, I'm starting to realize what this series really is at this point. It reminds me of a very hyper condensed Hunter x Hunter.
Hmm.
Because Hunter x Hunter, I think the anime anyway, the whole story was about Gon and being the pure innocence of like youth and ignorance, like the pure innocence of that being shaped by the world, and not knowing right from wrong, and what happens when you're thrust into a dark world, a gray world, a world that isn't all sunshine and rainbows, and what that makes you.
Mhm.
Because in Hunter x Hunter, apologies, spoilers for Hunter x Hunter if y'all ain't watched it.
How have y'all not at this
'Cause
point?
Oh man.
I mean, I have a friend that hasn't, so we have a mutual
Couple
friend that
friends.
hasn't. So
Couple friends.
yeah. But it kind of reminds me, because Gon, the whole story was about him slowly being corrupted and like giving in to like kind of like the hatred and anger
Yeah.
that the world was kind of putting into him, until it blew up to the point that he basically sacrificed his entire future to kill one person.
Yeah. I mean,
And that's kind of what it feels like
what
Takopi
Takopi.
did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This hyper condensed.
You would
version
never
of
think
Hunter x
Hunter x Hunter in this series would be brought up in the same sentence, but
I
like when you put it that way, I'm like,
he's
wait,
not
like
wrong.
yeah.
He's cooking, Loki.
Well, because
like,
I saw you guys both look at me like,
No, when you brought up Hunter x Hunter, at first I'm like, and then I'm like,
like,
okay,
where you
I want to
going
see
with
where
this?
he's
And I'm
gonna
like,
go.
you're not
Yeah.
wrong. I don't
Yeah.
really think you're wrong with
No,
that.
but in terms of that, like with Gon especially, like you're right for
yeah,
sure. Like on that
it
aspect in
parallels-
particular.
Yeah, because Takopi's whole journey kind of really paralleled Gon's journey.
Mhm.
And it's such a weird thing to bring up, but like that's what it reminds me of, and I think that's kind of like Hunter x Hunter gave us a really long time to get there.
Yeah.
Takopi gave it to us so fast, but so believable in the same rate.
Mhm.
It's like they used the mechanics of like Return by Death, kind of, not really, to give us the same thing in a hyper like fast way, like so much more concise. It's so interesting to me. I really kind of like, damn, that's so interesting to me. I don't know.
No, I like that though, because like
It's not a
like,
bad analogy.
no, I like it a lot, and it's no, I'm definitely with them on that aspect. Like but at first, yeah, I would have never even like thought of it that way, honestly, with Hunter x Hunter, like, because I would start thinking of things like too, like literally, like I'm thinking of like Hunter x Hunter and just like a lot of the things in the series, but then when you kind of talk about Gon's character like that, like yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like you would never think to compare Gon and Takopi, but No, that's cool. I actually like that. But
I used to watch a lot of the video essays about Gon and his journey, and I was just thinking about Takopi, and I'm like, bro, it's such a parallel in my opinion. Oh man,
Mhm.
I can't wait to see some of those people making videos on this if they ever do that. That would be interesting to watch
for sure. Yeah.
My only thing I will end on before you guys have your final things is, I know we talked about it before in the previous. I don't know if you guys remember, but you guys brought up Shizuka's mom talking about she's never in the house. The first scene,
I made a joke about that. I made
literally
a joke.
the first scene, bro.
We finally fucking see her in the futon. We see her sleeping there. Like, is no one gonna fucking bring it up? Like, you guys forgot.
No,
about that?
it was so funny. No,
I made a joke while we were watching. I did.
Yeah.
I called it.
Like I said, we watched it right before the pod. The funniest thing, homeboy paused and said, "Hey, look, her mom's home. Oh shit!
She does spend some time with her mom.
She does spend some time with her mom, bro."
And she's like, "Peace, I'm out, bitch. Bye."
Bro, mom was asleep. She got out of bed and left, and mom was still asleep.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah.
The other thing,
Quality time with the parents, bro.
I mean, shit. At least we got to see that, so at least their question has been answered, I guess. The other thing I was gonna mention was, this is going to be. I can probably call it right now. I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me, but I believe for sure this is gonna be probably one of the most talked about animes. Potentially, maybe anime of the year, probably, because by no means is this like an anime that's not gonna be not talked about. No, people are gonna talk about this for a very long time because no anime recently had been able to do what this anime has done. Talked about serious, very serious things from a child's perspective and from a perspective of somebody who's just happy and peppy, who does not know nothing about evil or sin or just doing like mischievous deeds like at all. Like, I don't know what could contend with this anime from here on out until the end of the year, like at all. But that's me personally.
No, that's valid. I mean, I would not be surprised. Definitely, like even at the end of this season, I'll be saying this is probably one of my favorites of the season, even though it's a stacked season. But at the end of the year, like I definitely could see myself saying like, oh, this is like one of the ones that like really stands out for me. But
I mean,
I want to see the ending, because the ending could. Like I feel like especially with something that's 6 episodes, like the ending could make or break it. Honestly, for me, I feel like, but I wouldn't say completely break it, but I feel like it is gonna be it's gonna have a big impact on, I guess, how I feel about the series as a whole. So
I mean, I think that's the case for most anime. As much as we like to say that we love this and we're always gonna love it, sometimes the ending just isn't there,
Yeah. And it's not an easy thing to do, I feel like, is to stick
especially with what they've done so far, right?
Yeah.
Like they've put the bar so high that it's gonna be so easy to ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they will. I have a lot of faith, and
what I've heard, see how you would fumble. Like I said, unless you like you go to like the really black at the end, and then it's like up to like viewers' interpretation.
Nah.
But then like you're gonna see too. Like shout out to Anime Corner because I do shout them out a lot. It's been top 1 the whole time this season. It has not gone down.
I'm not surprised.
That's how good this anime's been talked about. Like it's not like people are still talking about it like on forums, on like I go to my Facebook or even my Twitter. It's been brought up like every other post. Like it's so interesting and controversial when it's still being talked about after like the episode's finished. Like
yeah.
But anything else y'all want to say for that episode? I think we're all curious. Obviously, I'm sure we'll be talking about it a lot again next week, based on how the ending goes.
It's
for good or for bad,
It's going to be a dark ending. Just hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? No. Let's take bets.
I think it's going to end badly. I think it's going to end dark.
It's going to end. Okay. Character, both of us. If it has a bittersweet or happy ending,
that's what it is.
Character for character?
I just personally can't see how it's going to
end. Bar for bar, brother? Character for character.
I think
your money where your mouth is, brother.
I think
put your money where your mouth is, brother. I think we're getting the happy ending.
I'm not trying to bet. Y'all can bet, but I just think we deserve a freaking happy ending. That's what I'm banking for.
Horse here. I think it's going to be a bad ending.
Okay, are you willing to make the deal right now? Character for character. Any character on your list, any character on my list.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's do it.
I'm a firm believer.
Okay,
I
we
Alright.
got
no
another.
business.
All right,
We
no
still gotta go
business.
back and see what that one.
Yeah, Neko.
we do. We gotta
we got
go
another
back.
one. We got another one here.
We got another one though.
But you guys who are listening to the podcast or watching it, let us know down in the comments below. How do you think this anime is gonna end? Let us know down below.
For sure.
And let us know we're right, we're wrong, or we have a whole different kind of opinion on how this anime might go. This is gonna be definitely a controversial one for the rest of the year to talk about. But that's the ending of this topic for the psychological, the thriller, and the drama.
One sec. Memory. How long? How long was it?
Oh, it was about 30 minutes.
All right. Okay. A little bit less than last
A little bit
time.
less
Fair
than last
enough.
time.
A little bit less than last time. All
So
right.
close and yes, so far. But we're moving on to the next one. This is the boys. This is you guys right here. We're gonna talk about our isekai and fantasy animes. Do you guys have any honorable mentions first you want to bring up before we go to the bangers?
I'm gonna talk about New Saga real quick.
Go ahead.
Because I'm the only one watching it. Our boy, the boss man said that he was surprised by the ending that this episode took, and he's really looking forward to more. We get to see who's behind the assassination plot of the princess, which is where he's probably talking about the left field, the curveball we were thrown, and I'm interested on where we're going from here, because I think this is also new territory for him. Finally, the main character, he doesn't know what's going to happen next, because the princess was supposed to die here in history, and he's already stopped it. So what's going to happen next? And so I'm going to just read the note that Bossman left. I'm interested to see what's going to happen next. That's what he put in his notes.
Fair enough.
So that's all I got for New Saga episode 3.
Water Magician.
Seventh Prince.
Oh,
we could do Water Magician a little bit later.
Okay.
After everything, right?
Okay.
Because I know we got to spit about
Maybe
that
a little bit more than the
Little
others.
bit,
Yeah.
A little bit. Seventh Prince. What do you got to say? I've already read this manga, so I'm gonna take a back seat to you.
I mean, it was. I feel like the biggest chunk of the episode obviously was focused on the competition between the three, about like getting obviously the prize was getting to go on a date with Lloyd, which the two in particular were gonna be. Well, I guess all of them, but like really Tao and Silpho obviously were going at it,
Right.
as we saw. So. I mean, it was a fun episode. I wasn't really too crazy on it. Like, I did enjoy it. I had a fun time with it, especially seeing, like I said, Sofa and kind of in Tao going at it. And then also, obviously, I forget exactly what they're called, but like, how Lloyd like gave them kind of weapons or equipped them to kind of fight the zombies or whatever, the ghouls, I think is what they are called.
Some kind of name.
The
holy magic weapons that he's given them.
Yeah. I don't know. There was another crazy cliffhanger though too. I will say that. But yeah, no, this episode was fun. I feel like it wasn't anything really crazy or anything to really like write home about. But, our girls are gonna get a little fired up, especially when a date with Lloyd is on the line. So we'll see how
Poison Girl really showed out that she could compete, which was crazy because you didn't really think she was on that same tier, but she turns out to be on that tier.
My whole thing was like when this episode, like when I saw that Tao and Sofa were going at, I was like, other girl's gonna win, isn't she? Like she's gonna come in there and but what did we actually get a winner, or were they all tied at the end? And then
they were all tied.
Yeah,
they were all tied, and
there was like two left.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that turns out. But then also,
so
obviously,
basically, they had to kill the last two, or there would be a tie. So.
Yeah. So
that's kind of the competition at the moment.
We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. But moving on, we have Apocalypse Bringer Minogahara. So earlier, at the beginning of the show, I mentioned I was reading a source material. I'm reading this source material. It's really good. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. If you like reading novels, I really recommend this one. It's really fun. If you ever play 4K games, stuff like Warhammer 40K, stuff like Victoria, stuff like Civilization, not Civ. That's a Crusader Kings. If you play stuff like that, I think you would really like some of the systems going on in this story. It's a lot of fun, and the anime is a lot of fun. We get the paladins walking up on the evil lands, and oh man, the way this whole situation went down was great, because you had the paladin that knew things sits there and walks up and says, "Shut up, I'm negotiating." And she says, "We would like it if you left, please." And the way the whole conversation continues, where they're like, "Well, okay, but we want to like kind of like, here, we're going to tell you exactly why we're here. Or do we have to fear that?" They go, "No, we want peace." "Okay. Can I go in to make sure?" "No." "Okay. But you promise peace if we just leave, right?" "Yeah, for sure. 100%. Absolutely. We want peace." Homeboy says, "All right, I didn't see anything. Sounds good to me. I'm leaving." But of course, that other motherfucker has to be like, "But she's clearly evil, bro. Like, what are you, a pussy?" And it's like, bro, it's not even like that, bro. She's gonna kill us. Like, don't do this. Like, she's telling us to back off. And the whole situation, how it goes down, and yeah, shit kind of popped off at the end. We're gonna see, I guess, the aftermath of our boy making the stupid decision of not just leaving when they were given the chance to survive. So I'm interested in that. Bring it back around to Water Magician. Boss Man loved this episode. This is Boss Man's episode of the week. This is Boss Man's, as you've already seen the thumbnail. This is Boss Man's thumbnail. That's his fourth of the picture. That's his.
Yep.
It's a little TV somewhere on the screen, probably underneath me. That's Boss Man's picture. It was funny. I'm gonna tell this story because I'm gonna tell it how it was told to me. Okay, and so I was talking with Memory, and it was the funniest thing ever. He was like, "Bro, you don't understand. Boss Man, he told me, he's like, hey, this episode is kind of peak. The fight scenes were really good." And I'm sitting here watching this episode, and it's like, huh. Like, we see the skirmish at the beginning. It's like, it was kind of, was he gassing up this for this?
He one shot an ant.
Did he do Ideal Summer Pockets for episode 5?
Right. It's like, is he gassing it up for this? and then he goes on. He goes, and then they kind of popped out. They kind of went back in, and they had another little clash. It's like, is he gassing it up for these scenes? And then we get this scene.
I was bamboozled,
yeah?
Bro. Like, honestly.
He told me, he's like, "Bro, I thought I was bamboozled. I thought homeboy was gassing up something that wasn't even there." And then we finally pop out, and we get the scene in question where the full moon, not the full moon, the full eclipse,
Timu Berserk
happens.
type shit.
Timu Berserk type shit. Where we get this demon, I want to say.
I forget the term that they call them.
There's something.
There's a term that they have them.
It's like,
it was
only
with an
adjacent.
A. It was with an A or something. Amita, or I don't even remember what they were called, but it was something with an A that they.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of them. There's more than this girl we saw in this. There's a lot of them out here apparently.
Yeah, I'm guessing specifically our main character knows what that is, because I think he answered with something that told her something, and she's like, "Oh, wait, maybe I should have killed you."
Mm-hmm.
And we get this really badass fight scene between the two of them.
Yeah.
And I think I gotta give you the mic.
I mean, that's when it set in. That's when it set in. Yeah, as soon as like the eclipse, I was like, wait, okay, I think this is I hope what's about to come up is what, Boss Man was talking about with Water Magician, because the first half of the episode, it was chill, it was nice, but it wasn't like anything like, like Boss Man was building up. But then, like, yeah, the second half of the episode, they really picked it up a notch with the fight scene. And then even like some of the dialogue throughout the episode between the two, kind of maybe hinting at some future developments, I would say, for sure, and maybe some more answers on the world, and obviously some of the other beings out here. But yeah, I love how they animated the fight. I feel like they really nailed like kind of the tension. I thought it was actually really interesting too, how that it seems like what our main character, what he was fighting in here, they only have a certain amount of time, obviously, to fight. Which, you know, when she was like, oh, you're like you're affiliated with the Fairy King or whatever. Like, oh, I should have made sure, like I got to make sure I kill you, essentially. Which raises more questions about the Fairy King. And there's like I said, there's a lot of things I feel like that was brought up even here that we need answers for. Like, kind of has me curious for a lot of future developments. So even outside of the fight, there was some things I was picking up on in this episode. I'm like, okay, like this is a lot of, you know, there's some stuff here to kind of grab onto for like the future of the series. So yeah, the second half of the episode, I cannot blame Boss Man, honestly, for having this like as his episode of the week. Definitely want, like it deserves the praise he was giving it, honestly, especially for that second half. So I was very pleased with this episode of Water Magician. Probably the strongest episode, probably my favorite episode, I would say, so far. Like I feel like the prior episodes have been nice, have been pretty chill. But this one especially, like I said though, like the fight and all was nice, how they did it, how they animated it, the music and the presentation and all that. But like even outside of that, I feel like raises a lot of questions, and definitely I'm assuming a lot will learn as the series goes on. So yeah, it was a great episode. But I thought I was almost tricked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. But I'm happy I wasn't. And,
What kind of tomfoolery
Hood-
is he
hoodwinked.
talking about?
hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. But yeah, it was good. So definitely worth the praise.
Yeah, as much as we would love to say we always believe our co-hosts, our fellow co-hosts, Crash's opinions sometimes we tend to look at them and go, okay, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. And sometimes, and as much as like, you know, we rag on Crash about that, sometimes when it comes to Isekai, we do the exact same thing to Boss Man. Oh, okay, you liked it, okay. So yeah, when he told me that story, I was cracking up because he was really worried there.
Yeah, because like the first fight was
60% of the episode.
The first fight wasn't even a fight, really. Like the dude shot like the dude killed like one ant and then was out. And then the second time they went in, it was a little bit longer, granted, but like still, I was like, bro, like I'm about to cook, Boss Man, bro. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what the
He
hell?
was.
Like,
He was
like what the hell was this, bro? What did you?
What
Did we watch the same thing? So I was, you know, I came out of it like really. I was like, okay, man, he was kind of cooking. He was kind of cooking.
He was cooking. Yeah.
So you know, I can't.
He occasionally knows what he's talking about.
I can't give him any shit, you know. So, but yeah, it was good.
That's homie for life, bro.
Yeah.
That's Boss Man. Boss Man.
But like I said, Water Magician, we kind of cooked this week, so you know it deserves some more. Speaking of kind of fucking cooking with the animation,
Secrets of the Silent Witch, yeah, that beginning part,
bro,
yeah, bro, the beginning part. I think I was watching with Neko. I want to say, I don't know if you jumped in when we were watching, but I know Neko was there, and I was like,
towards the end, I did.
Yeah, like the beginning of the episode, I was like, this feels like the climax to an episode. Like honestly, it did. Yeah. Like
I think the word fern, like from Fragrant, was thrown around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valid.
So it was, oh bro, it was crazy. The way I love, this is a trope in anime that sometimes is overdone. Pokemon overdid it the most out of any anime ever to exist, where you got the best friend or like a character on the outside that's going, oh my god, he's using this ability to do this while also managing this in the background. Holy shit. Guys, if you didn't realize what's happening, look, this is happening, in case you didn't get the subtext. It's a good trope when it's done right. And when we get her sitting there, she's not explaining it to anyone. She's thinking about it in her head. She's going, oh shit, to be casting that many spells simultaneously, blocking this level of ice magic, while also doing a barrier magic around him to save him from the freezing and the fire that's about to come his way, while also simultaneously fending off all the attacks while just evaporating them, so hitting them with enough magic that they just dissipate and no like damage is done to the environment afterwards. And then she's also building up this attack in the background to come and hit this mofo to actually bring him out of it. And then she repairs the locket right after to eventually fix his whole thing that's been going wrong with his body. And then after that, she goes, all right, that was fun. I'm going to go deal with the actual culprit now. Goes over to the actual culprit, balls out the best way somebody can ball out in these shows about magic.
Yeah.
Taking the attack and going, bro, you suck ass, bro. What are you saying? This is perfected. Bro, that it's all messed up. What? That's horrible. And then reflecting it back and saying, nah, eat that, bro. Sit down, eat that. And then we get the dream with the pigs again.
Yeah.
I think this is the second time we've got that dream.
Hand-picked dream.
Hand-picked
yeah,
dream.
of course.
God, oh, bro. And it would be one thing if, like, we got this and it wasn't, like, super bombastic and, like, it was narrated to us and, like, maybe we saw it and it was, like, CG or not really well animated. Nah, it was fucking well animated. It looked as good as Mushoku Tensei's fighting scenes in season 1. Like, it looked that good. So it was that, damn, okay. Shit. They showed out. They showed out. The whole episode, they showed out.
Yeah, I feel like the beginning part of the episode, especially, like, Grem just really hit on, like, Monaco's badass. Even, like, the hood, you know, over her, like, with the one eye kind of, like, you know, peeking out. Like, you see, like, only one of her eye. Like, I don't know, just, like, little moments like that. The music was so freaking good in the scene. So, yeah, Monaco was awesome at the beginning part of this episode. So, like, you had that, like, some badass action sequences. Monaco just really, you know, showing a bit of how, probably not even fully, but showing a bit of how strong she is, obviously. So, like, you have that, but then you have, like, so there's something like that, but then you have some, like, scenes that at least I found pretty freaking hilarious. Especially, like, the kind of interactions between Lewis, I think is his name, or Louis or Lewis, him and the maid. Like, that the dialogue yeah, like, the dialogue between the two of them, I really like. I found it actually pretty funny. And then the scene at the end of the episode with Monaco when she was, like, passed out and they were, like, feeding her and she's just, like, munching on the just yeah, like, that was hilarious. And, like, the pregnancy, like, congratulations on your pregnancy, that whole bit. Yeah, like,
congratulations on your wife being
pregnant.
Wait a second, bro. Who'd you get pregnant? What happened?
Yeah,
tell me about it.
There was just I feel like, I don't know, this episode was hitting on all the notes with, like, a lot of the, like, you know, you had that at the beginning, but then you also had some awesome, like, character moments in, like, the other portions of the episode. Also, like, even in the scene with Lewis and the maid, Rhines, I think her name is, like, to shorten it. I think she has a longer name, but there was even, like, some bits they were like, some nice information they were dropping there too, but just, like, kind of how the maid was telling Lewis, like, how the kind of person that he is, and they were talking about, like, bullying the strong and all that, like, how it's fun to bully the strong.
Said, oh, you like bullying? Yeah. You're a demented person who likes bullying the weak.
Yeah.
Excuse me, she is a monster. She is very strong. I like bullying the strong, not the weak.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll amend my assessment of you. You're a demented person who likes bullying the strong.
Better, yeah.
It's like better, but you can get rid of you can get rid of the first part too.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, that stuff, and then, like I mentioned, the scenes at the very end with Monaco when she was, like, sleeping, and they were, like, feeding her, and she was, like, talking in her sleep and all that. Like, there was a lot of awesome moments in this episode, for sure. Like, honestly, this episode might be, I mean, I feel like, like, this might be one of my favorite episodes, if not my favorite, of this season so far. Like, so I was saying that for, like, some other ones, like, Water Magician, like we just talked about. Like, there's been a couple this week, I feel like, already, and we're not even through the full list. We're like, I feel like certain shows this week came out, bringing out the big guns, I guess you would say. But yeah, no, this episode of Silent Witch was awesome. Really, really enjoying the cast, and
I think we got
also
we got a little bit of respect for the prince this episode.
Yeah. That I was actually just about to mention that, and how like they're kind of saying like you got to give this dude a little more credit than maybe like than how he comes across, right? Like maybe he's smarter than
you thought he deserved, right?
Yeah.
Because he hit us. I don't know any of y'all that are watching it. If y'all didn't pick the lineup, he said they sat there and said, "So what? You're not worried about her anymore?" And he goes, "Look, I'm not stupid. She's either a bodyguard or someone here to watch me.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the two. And at that point, there's no reason to not trust her.
Yeah,
like I'm not stupid." And it's like, oh, okay, shit, all right, Prince. Maybe.
Not familiar with your game. Yeah, not familiar with your game.
Stay business. That's what it's all about.
But yeah,
because I mean, as we already know, she is the bodyguard. She is there to protect him. So,
yep. But good stuff for Silent Witch for sure this week on a bunch of notes. So, yeah, I think we're ready to move on now to our romance comedy slice of life bit. We're gonna start off, of course, with the honorable
Finally,
mentions.
I have missed this with a burning passion. Let me have one. If I can have just one honorable mention.
Start us off, Crash.
You may go with your gooning.
It's not 10 out of 10, boys. You're hearing it here first and foremost. Shit was not fucking 10 out of 10. What was it about? I'm not gonna bother to tell you because that's why I'm not even gonna bring it up. It was boring. Moving on from that. More important things. You guys have any other honorable mentions?
Wait, what was your honorable mention? I didn't even hear you say the name of
Rent a
the
Girlfriend.
He said Rent a Girlfriend was
okay, I should have figured.
Yeah, it was boring. That's all you need to know. It was boring. Nothing crazy happened.
I want to talk about Witch Watch just to say we got a janky ass Saw opening with a trash ass game with, and then we get fucking the long neck, long arm, long nails, long hair segment.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell was that?
I don't even think this episode deserved to be an honorable mention this week, honestly.
I'm just gonna say this episode didn't deserve to be an honorable mention. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
that's the honorable mention.
And I think we talked about this earlier, is that like there's been parts of Witch Watch like that have been like this, right? Where I feel like some of the comedic kind of skits or whatever you'd want to say, like they're kind of hit or miss,
Yeah.
Which I feel like stuff like this can build, help for like the more serious moments in the future, right? Because like you're getting more connected to the cast, you're seeing them, kind of mess around and do stuff like this. So like when it does get more serious, I feel like maybe those scenes will kind of, it's like Gintama-esque, right?
It's Gintama-esque, but I didn't want to turn it off. I will say that. I was annoyed, but I didn't want to turn it off. It would, because I like these characters enough that I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's maybe the joke is going on a little bit too long, but like the student council president, bro, why doesn't he take his hand off his hat, bro?
And then he took it. He took it off and wrapped it around, didn't he, or whatever he did?
Yeah, he wrapped it around his bodies and then cranked his neck to the side so he could have it on his hat still. I was a brother.
Yeah, the second half was a bit like I enjoyed the second half of the episode a bit more. Like the first half, I'm just like, what am I watching, bro? Like I did not. Honestly,
we kind of just got thrust into this situation, and then we get the reveal at the end that it was just the Wolf Boy, and you're just like,
the Wolf Boy.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, it happens.
And I guess
it happens.
You know what? That would be a good YouTube video, though.
It would.
It would. Yeah.
It would be.
I pranked my friends, and they called me retarded. Oops. Well then. Yeah. I mean, I think. You got anything else to say about that?
No.
Okay.
Let's go on to the next one that I'm very personally looking forward to talking about.
I talked about moving this to our actual full discussion. Are we okay with that? You want to skip over it? Okay.
Yeah.
Dealing with the Mikadono sisters, then. What'd y'all feel about this one?
It was it was nice. I feel like the whole bit with our boy, like with the lily pads and all that was a little, it was a little dragged out. I'm gonna be honest. But you
I mean,
know,
he showed out for the girls, right?
yeah, like his determination, you cannot question that at all. He's already showing like the lengths that he will go, and we know why. He wants to have that family life that he obviously has, wasn't able to have before, right? So he's determined by any means to kind of have that. And of course, there was a lot of our girls just continually, I feel like, warming up more and more to him, and
Of course.
I guess you really would just say falling more in love with him.
Yeah.
Especially like the scene when they got back to the hotel and whatnot, like their room. There was like a lot of scenes right there. Like I think the one when he was reaching over Nico's, when there was something above her that she couldn't reach or whatever. Like
The clothes.
yeah, like that scene
for the shower. Yeah,
yeah, and then
the fact that homeboy could just go to sleep off rip and they were all freaking out.
They were all freaking out.
Like,
the shower,
they're
the
freaking
shower
yeah.
scene.
Yeah, just the smallest things, really. Honestly, like some of them at least that he's not even batting an eye to, right? Or like he's not even thinking much of. But them, they're freaking out about it.
Are we gonna? I mean, I'm gonna bring it up because it is an elephant in the room that I would personally want to talk about, right? I thought the girl who was, holding on to the photo was Kazuki, the purple hair girl. I thought it was her. Didn't even consider the fact it was Brainiac over here.
She was the original owner.
She was the original, but honestly, it makes sense after the fact. I really thought about it.
What? Okay, so I've the manga has explained why it was her. I am willing to let you know why. Do you guys want to know why?
I mean, is it a super important plot
point? It's not a big thing. No.
I mean, I don't really care. I don't know if the audience or I guess
the audience is here just as much as we're here. Spill the beans, my boy.
It's because she's the youngest. She's the one who didn't get the longest time with she's the one. She's the youngest. She just wanted to be with her older sisters. Like, of course it was her. She's the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. That's honestly a very, very fair take. I don't think anyone should be mad at that. Like, that's...
Yeah. It's just because she's the youngest.
I honestly thought the oldest would want it. That's why I was going for Kasugi more than anything. I was like, it could be Nico. For no reason I ever thought it was going to be Nico. But I was like,
well, I mean, Nico's kind of the middle child, right? Yeah. But yeah, it would make sense for the oldest or the youngest, because the oldest is like, I really miss this time with my family, and like I'm about to graduate after this year. Or the youngest that's like, well, I mean, I'm kind of feel like I'm losing my sisters. Like, we're all going our different directions. I kind of want to like be sisters with my sisters. So I mean, and it's really that simple. And because she wants to be family at the end of the day, like all the other sisters, I mean, I think they're starting to understand that they really like the family. They like being called and say, hey, have a good day. Like, we got that after episode 1. They're like, that was really nice. And I think they're all kind of like really falling in love with the fact that they have a family and that they're like reconnecting with the sisters. And I think it just goes to show that at this point in time, the youngest wanted to reconnect with the family a little bit more. Like, I miss being with my sisters. I miss being doted on by my 2 bigger sisters, I mean, honestly, I kind of feel the same. I'm the baby in my family. I miss my older brother sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I get on the phone with my older brother for 30 minutes and I'm kind of done talking to him for a month. But I love him. He's my brother,
I'm the older brother. I'll talk to my little brother. Shout out to you, Jeffrey. I love you so much. I'll talk to him for a little bit, and then I'm like, we don't talk for months on end, and it's like,
honestly, and then you start to feel it, after like a couple months, you're like, man, I need to look for my brothers. I miss them. I miss my brothers, bro.
What is that fucking trope with just brothers like, all right, we're done. 2 minutes in, like, all right, I'm done with you. Peace.
All right, it was good talking to you. Now, you know what it is, bro? My brother immediately starts fucking, hey, so what about this? How you doing with this and this? Bro, I don't want to talk about that, bro. I'm trying to talk to my brother. Why you gotta bring up shit I don't want to talk about?
Yeah. Facts. It's always business. It's not like, oh, let's just dance around the bush and talk about bullshit. Always business. Yeah.
It's like, man, why can't we shoot the shit like we used to back when you lived at home? Back when we lived together, man. I miss you, bro.
Always
See,
do delivery
see,
some brothers.
see. Memory over here is laughing because you still live with your
I
brother,
still live
right?
with I still live with both my
Yeah.
siblings, so.
There you
But
go.
no,
So
there
you don't
are
miss it.
no, there are things that like me and my brother like used to do when we were younger that we've kind of like grown out of, you know.
Yeah.
So like there's things we used to do when we were younger that like we don't do anymore. So like there are times when like we will be like reminiscent about that stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. I feel like more so it's about like I would say like Pokemon and like games like you know because
Yeah.
like when we were kids we used to like play with the cards, Pokemon,
Oh, that's
Yu-Gi-Oh,
awesome.
the games like we would like you do like you have like the link cable with the freaking
The link
yeah,
cable,
like
yeah.
we're trading and doing shit like that, like you know those times you can't like really get back. Like yeah, you could hop on the older consoles now still and you know play the games or whatever, but it just doesn't hit the same, right, as like as back then for sure. You know, so stuff like that does kind of happen sometimes for sure, but no,
Which
it's
is kind
like
of why our Riz Lord, which is why kind of our Riz Lord, gets so much points for recreating the scenario from childhood. You know?
For real.
yeah.
For real.
W.
Nah, I mean he's I think I've talked about it, like he's impressed me as the main you know character.
Yeah.
I feel like he's already kind of. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really take a lot. With a lot of the main dudes we get in series like this, but he has passed up a lot of them already. Like even 4 episodes in or 3 episodes in or whatever. Like I could give him a lot more points than a lot of these other main dudes in series similar to this. So, you know, yeah, and it's just as like a person, right? As a good human being, right? Like he sees how the 3 of them are, and a lot of it is his own personal kind of experience as well, and like what he wants, but also like he sees the picture and he sees like how they were in the past, and he's like, okay, like obviously that's not the same now, and he wants to kind of help them, push them, you know, to get back to that kind of that feeling. So it's nice. It's nice. I've been enjoying this one a lot so far.
Yeah.
It was another fun episode. So
Still mid to me, but I'm still watching it. So take that as you will, ladies and gentlemen.
all right,
Very rocks.
Brewery rocks.
Is there still more fan service as you guys keep telling me about, or is gone?
I mean, there
It's-
wasn't. There
It's
wasn't.
hard to call it fan service because it's not like
It's not.
like they're in bikinis or like shoving shit in our face. It's just that the artist has drawn them to be very attractive women. You know,
Bro, there was
And
one
very-
scene where
Go
where Ruri was like bending over on the chair. I don't know if you like. She was like hunched
Bro.
over, like she was like laying across the chair, and I'm just like, man, her ass is out
What the
right
fuck is
now.
wrong?
Right? Like, no, there's
I'm
scenes
like, bro,
yeah,
God.
they
I'm
know
like,
what they're
can
doing.
we chill it with Ruri? Let's talk about the college kids, right? That's what I'm like the whole time. But Ruri looks good too. Like not
They're
like
all
like
awesome.
that. They all
Yeah.
look really good. And
Yeah.
then the fucking college students, bro, they are stacked. Like
Yeah,
that's what you're talking about fan service. It's just they are like dwarves. Oh my god, they have the body types of dwarves. That's what it is. They're stocky, and they're stocky and a little bit short. And when you put that on certain body types, that just means she got some big old bitties and a big old booty, which is what she got. It's what
Yeah.
she walking with. So anyway, Rocks. We learned about sifting through sand. We learned how to make it more efficient with the magnet, which I was thinking the whole time. I was like, I remember doing this in 2nd grade or like science camp. I remember I went to science camp in like 2nd grade. I remember doing this. So I was like, I feel like this is not a discovery. I feel like Ruri just kind of like got to the point. She's like, wait a second. Half of this shit is fucking magnets. Why don't I just... Hey, it works! And hey, which is, hey man, that means she's really getting invested. She's really starting to, as they said, understand the sand. And
Yeah.
once that happens, you will be able to find what you're looking for more easily, which is a really interesting way of showing and telling us that it's not always going to be easy, but there is ways to make it more efficient. That being efficient isn't necessarily cutting corners, and efficiency, while may seem like a shortcut, as long as it is efficiency and not just cutting corners, it is very different in essence, and it could lead to achieving your goal faster and more, like I said, efficiently, as long as it's efficient, right? It was a really good episode, really well animated. The character designs are lovely. They're fun to look at. I don't know. I got nothing.
Yeah, it was another really nice episode. Like for a lot of the things Grem said, like I feel like this is one like I think it was the same for Onimai, like the year that Onimai came out. Like I think I ended up like voting it, or it was like one of my favorites for like character design when they have like the award shows and whatnot. Like I'll probably be voting for this. Or at least I wouldn't be surprised if I voted for this for like some of my favorite like character designs of the year. But the thing with this episode for me is Ruri, once she found out that she had to do some work, like how like kind of turned off she got by that idea of it. Like it's so fun, and it looks, sounds so fun, and like you're like, you know, you're gonna discover, get into, you know, see these new rocks, these new minerals or whatever, and then like there's some work you got to do to get to that point, which is valid. You know, it's a valid feeling, but obviously she's learning. She's like a sponge, right? She's picking up on a lot of the things, obviously, that Nagi and even the other girl, in her own way, like kind of the knowledge and the things she can share and pass down. So yeah, this was another really nice episode. Really loving the cast, and now it seems like they're hinting at the red-haired girl. She's maybe it's piquing her interest, at least. Like she's kind of keeping tabs on Ruri and whatnot, because she knows that she's been, you know, going right out of class, right to, you know, going to the river and all that. So
and the orange hair girl, maybe we get both.
Yeah, maybe both of them. But definitely the red hair girl, like we saw at the end of the episode.
Definitely the red hair.
Yeah, like
the
she was on the bridge.
You know?
Yeah, she's on the bridge looking down. Like, okay, like she may be the next one to join kind of the group. So I'm curious and excited for that too. How that's gonna be handled. Like, is it gonna be kind of the same way that Ruri got introduced? I feel like they might switch it up, kind of spice it up a bit, and maybe she'll be handled a bit differently at first in terms of her introduction to it. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so far this series has been a lot of fun. Like I said, the cast, even the content wise, like it's fun. Brings you back a little bit. You do learn some new things, but also it does bring you back to like a lot of the stuff we learned. I feel like freaking years and years and years ago, like when we were kids.
Like I said, second grade, bro.
Yeah, like literally
sand.
Like probably one of the first school trips I ever went on was like doing some shit like this, honestly. So, yeah. Nothing but really good things to say about Ruri Rock so far. So, yeah, I think we can move on. And unless y'all have any other honorable mentions, we can get into the main.
No, you guys are. We here for the nitty gritty, and I'm just glad I'm finally here to talk about the main stuff, the business that I've been dying to really address with you guys here on the podcast. My Dress Up Darling season 2, episode 4.
You didn't introduce it right. You said you got to introduce it right. All right.
You're right.
You got to do it right. And be like, all right, it's ready, guys. Are you ready for church time? Are you ready for the sermon?
He was gonna fucking do it. I was gonna let him build it up. All right.
It's time for church, baby. Oh
Amen.
my god.
Amen, sir. What can we just say about this episode that like I'm just glad everyone loves Gojo and like really like respects him and his craft. Like I know he's had his glow up, his build up, and we've all been there when a lot of, you know, classmates have like, you know, maybe talked behind our backs, but not Gojo's class. They're like, nah, go support Marin. She doesn't even know what the fuck to buy at the store. Go to her, my boy. Go right now. We'll hold down the fort here. Like I love that. I just generally love the fact that, you know, he got her back no matter what, and now he doesn't feel afraid that, you know, people are gonna talk bad about, you know, everything that he's
he
doing.
was afraid. He was afraid.
Yeah, he was afraid, but I'm glad like
he didn't trust it. And Marin in the middle of the class said, "I can do it, right? Pan, full body turn." Right, Gojo-kun? Everyone goes,
I was cringing my ass off when he said that. I was like,
why Gojo-kun? And was like, oh, because all those cosplays that make our girl look so good, that make Marin look so beautiful, it's him.
Yeah.
And everyone goes,
they're gassing him up.
God?
Yeah.
Oh, shit! Yo, that's so cool! and you see him kind of flinch when she says it. He flinches like.
Because at first he probably thought like, oh, like that dude's making her shit. Like, you know, the negative thoughts kind of take over, right?
The negative thoughts kind of get in his head, start swirling. He starts getting
the intrusive
afraid.
thoughts really always affect us at the worst timing.
This kind of reminds me, I don't know if y'all felt this way. I know, Memory, you have been doing YouTube forever. I know you have been watching anime forever. This kind of reminded me, I remember in middle school, nobody talked about anime. I want to say my junior year, like sophomore to junior year of high school, is when it was my sophomore year. I know because I remember my AP English teacher talking about Attack on Titan with the class.
I never had any shit like that happen, bro.
I had shit like that. My AP English teacher, we shot the shit about Attack on Titan for like the whole class period for one of these days. And she's like, by the way, there's a book report due. Anyway, bro, and it kind of reminded me of that. Like, I don't know if y'all had this, but like going into school, and I remember like you didn't talk about anime a lot at school. I remember like junior year to like sophomore to like senior year, around then, more people started talking about anime. It didn't blow up until the pandemic, right? It didn't blow up and became mainstream until then. Mm-hmm. But there was little inklings. People started talking about it. It started not being so taboo to talk about it. Like it was a little bit. It was a little bit less.
I know I'm a little older than you guys, not that by much, but like I'll just say I speak from experience. I was always with the nerdy crowd. I was never the popular kid by no means. So I remember vaguely. I was cutting class. I should be saying this, but I did cut class to watch. Jiraiya death.
Before you finish, have any of us not cut class at one point in time? Like, let's be real here. Anyway,
I'm the black kid in the family. I'm the black sheep. I have done bad things.
Oh no, I'm saying I've cut class too. I'm saying, bro, I used to show up to school 2 hours late. All right, like we're there.
I mean, I honestly don't think I did. Like I had late. I had because I over here. Okay, I already had late arrival and early dismissal and stuff like that. So like. I mean, my school days were pretty short in general, so.
Well, my first period was PE. I just didn't go to PE.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
I was like, I'm good. I'm not gonna go to PE. Like, I would show up at the very end of class and be like, I'm here. They'd be like, all right, and that was it.
No, I
got markers there.
To go to actually eat at a restaurant or somewhere. Like we wouldn't like we'd go.
Yeah, we did Chinese
that restaurant across from our school. We like. The bell will ring. All right, lunchtime. All three of us, like the boys and I, go walk literally straight to the Chinese spot. We order our food. We put the phone down. We're just streaming Naruto. We're just watching that, and that was when the pain arc was around. So we were watching Jiraiya die. Unfortunately, like I was like, and like, damn, you want to watch it again? I'm like, yes, sir. We out. I'll fucking cut like 3 classes.
I remember when the boys got cars during junior year. We started going far. We started because like before we used to only like walk. Like there was a Baker's like 5 minutes from my school, right? There's like the Carl's Jr. Jack in a Box, right? So like we'd go over there, right? But this is like we started driving 10 minutes away, you know, Pizza Hut, you know, grab a pizza, you know. Anyway, we digress. I don't know where we went and where. Gojo's a goat. The class is goated. I felt like it kind of felt like that whole like being accepted by everybody, even though they're being shown this thing that you're embarrassed of, is a really good feeling. If any of y'all never experienced it, like I said last week, go to a con. Remember to clean yourself.
Yeah.
But like go to a con if you ever get the chance. If you ever feel
throw some damn deodorant, don't smell musky.
True. But like if you've ever like never felt that, cons are the place to go. You will be loved. You will be around people just like you. Trust me. If you ever feel that need that validation, that feeling that you can get, just go there. It is the place. You will feel that it's great.
Facts.
Yeah. So like we got. You know, obviously we got Marin's next outfit, her next cosplay. They spent a lot of time on the Prez host thing, animating that whole bit. which I
Bro.
like. I was not a
It was
fan
like-
of. I'm gonna be honest.
I hate it. I
yeah.
hate it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what Marin back? Why are we? I get that we're getting the backstory on this, so we kind of get the whole feeling of like what it's gonna be. But
It didn't need to be
where's
that long,
Marin,
bro. It did not need to be that. Like, I don't mind them doing that. Don't get me wrong, but like to the like, I would keep sitting there. I'm like, okay, like surely this is the end of it, and then it just like would keep on going. And I'm just like, it was like half the episode, honestly.
Yeah.
So I wasn't
And
that
we-
big of a fan of that. But you know, the second half of the episode, I did like.
It was so good.
Yeah, like especially like with the class kind of looking out for Gojo and just like, dude, just tell us like if this is a lot for you. And he's just like, he's honest. He's like, yeah, like so like the class is kind of like, we got your back, bro.
Or even better, why the fuck are you here,
Yeah,
bro?
why are you here? Yeah,
Why are
yeah.
you here, bro? We respect the hustle, but brother, you gotta make that outfit. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Yeah. Like, why would you leave that to her? They all
Oh
were
my
freaking out about that. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, but they're like
And
all
who's
yelling out the
thinking?
door. They're all yelling out the door, like, good luck, like, we're counting on you, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, that kind of stuff, like, I know Gojo, especially, like, that has to be, especially with how he's gotten his head. We've saw in the series about it, like, what other people kind of think about him.
Yeah.
You know, for him, that has to be, like, a huge kind of, like, a weight lifted off of him. Like, it's definitely reassuring, for sure. So I like those moments. Also, the scene with Gojo and Marin in their typical kind of meeting spot where Marin was getting all a little flustered by like, oh, he has all my measurements memorized. Literally what the name of the episode I think was based on. She's just kind of sitting there like, oh yeah, like now that I think about it, he does have he knows everything.
What my waist is, my butt size, how thick my ass is.
He knows the length between my nipples because that was a measurement.
He knows everything, bro. I mean,
he knows
pretty
everything.
Much, yeah.
He ain't seen me naked, but honestly, he's the person who is closest to having seen me naked.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knows shit that people that see me naked probably don't know. Like it's crazy, bro.
I mean, we saw Bunny Mary in the first episode. He borderline saw Cooch, bro. Like, how more peak can this anime get for us? Damn it!
But no, I'm excited to see the this fit. We'll probably see it in the next episode, I would imagine.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to it. It's not my favorite out of the cosplays that Marin has done. But I'm not looking forward to it either. If that makes sense. It's like, okay, like cool, she did it. Like, cool. But I know there's gonna be more better ones, more cosplays to look forward to.
Of course. But yeah, like there's some problems. Like it was mostly the press host whole thing. That was just like, I feel like it wasn't.
Why is it so
like
long?
I feel like it's fine. Yeah, it was the length of it. Like I didn't have an issue with it being a thing in general, but I just feel like it kind of dragged on. Especially because like it's not our characters, right? Like in the skit or whatever. Like it's characters we're not familiar with, don't know, like we're not connected to them at all, really. So like that would be my main issue with the episode. Like it was still an enjoyable episode overall, but I feel like it's not like one of the stronger ones so far this season.
Yeah, I didn't want to be that guy, and I'm really like, it's really upsetting for me coming back. Like, okay, I get to talk about romance, and it's like, oh yeah, the one day we got come back to talk about romance, it's where like the episodes are more weaker for me personally. But
there were still some nice bits to take out of it, though.
I will say the one thing that wasn't mentioned yet that I will mention because it was such a fun scene. We see it all the time. But Marin trying to go by herself, and she kind of gets a little bit down. She's like, "Yeah, it's so fun when Gojo's here." It's like, and then Gojo comes and she lights up, bro.
Yeah.
Immediately once Gojo comes, she lights up, bright as hell. Oh my god, Gojo's here! It's so cute. Anyway, I think we're about ready to move on, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Next on the docket is Fragrant Flower.
I think we're just talking about episode 3, I believe. The release schedule, we've kind of beat that into the ground, how we feel about that. So
yeah, I mean, we can talk about 3 and 4, and then because we have the subs that we have found, the ones that come out early, they are actually decent. They're not bad at all. So I think we're okay doing that. We could either talk about
if we do talk about 4, we should keep it light. I feel like
if you guys want to go full spoilers again, that's fine by me. Let me just start off with this first, right? Like, because I know I briefly spoke about it, but I said in the beginning of the season that I was not gonna watch this anime by no means, even though I was dying, like looking forward to it, and it's because it's not available for us in the U.S. to watch on Netflix until September. But shout out to a certain co-host of mine who was able to bless the Hispanic Assassin with some fire ass episodes, and boy, oh fucking boy, am I fucking glad that I took his word when he said, "My boy, in the name of the Lord, please, in the name of Grem, watch this shit, because this shit's fire."
We
I was
said
like,
it, yeah.
all right, I'll give it a chance. And boy, oh boy, am I fucking happy, am I sailing the high seas, because this shit has been fucking phenomenal. Hands down, top three romance of all time for the season right now. If we're going to talk about specifically episode 3 right now, we didn't get no creepy smile. I'm actually happy about that, but the romance, the building up to it is still getting more and more like enticing for me personally. These guys are retarded. They don't know how to fucking like study, and they're about to fail school, so they're like, "Oh, we gotta get back on our grind. We gotta pass these exams, or else we can't join the sports festival," which I thought was kind of weird, but hey, whatever. You know, that's the story it's going with it. And the build up between like these two schools, which guys remind me, it's Katsuri and what was the other one?
I think it's Chidori.
Yeah, Chidori,
Right,
yeah.
Chidori, yeah.
Chidori, yeah.
And
These
Kikyo.
two-
Kikyo,
yeah.
yeah.
Kikyo, thank you. I'm saying it wrong. These two schools like bickering with each other. Like someone said it. I don't know who it was, but it was like a Romeo and Juliet kind of vibe, and I really do see that a lot. I really like can feel for it, and it's kind of like also a taboo kind of like relationship in a sense. I say relationship lightly, but it's kind of that build up to the relationship where it's like they want to be with each other, but they can't be with each other for obvious, like reasons that the students hate each other, kind of thing. But it's not that's kind of the mentality that's been built upon since one thinks one is higher than the other, etc., etc. But what I've been loving about this anime more than anything is like I don't know if it's just the animation or the way that they're building the characters and describing them like to a T. Like I wouldn't say I can relate to it like Toradora. I don't think that's the right anime to describe it by no means. But like I'm getting like a very very tiny vibe from it where it's like you got this tall big guy who has like a very mean mug face, and you got the small skinny petite girl who's very like sweet and loving. Which they don't think they're like the perfect couple, but to me they are the perfect couple. And they're just trying to find their like way of expressing their feelings onto themselves. Like, yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Yeah, I want to keep talking to you on the phone, but I'm too scared to do that. Like, it's been just like those moments, those kind of like building up to the romantic aspect. Like, I've been afraid. We all been in a situation where you've been afraid to talk to your significant other, your crush. I've missed that in a lot of romance recently, and I'm glad this one has brought it back. So, yeah, I need to watch episode 4. I'm behind on that, but I best believe I'll be talking about that next episode. But 3 was just, I mean, what more can we really say other than they try to study? The girls had a fight, an altercation with the boys. Apology was made, and my boy tried to raise up my girl, on the phone, pick up the phone, kiss me through the phone type shit, and nothing happened. Pretty much, that's really all I can really say. I don't know how about you guys. How you guys?
Bro, people would, you mentioned that people would actually like sing them lyrics to like girls and shit.
Oh God, bro! Like you guys, like the young.
Kiss me through the phone. Whoa.
That is a throw. That is a throwback and a half,
guys don't
bro.
even fucking know. I mean, my co-hosts probably do, but the younger generation won't even fucking know what it was like back in the day.
Baby, I've been thinking lately so much about you.
That is such a fucking nostalgic throwback, bro.
Oh man, that song. No, this episode, if we're talking about episode 3, the thing that I appreciate so much about this series so far is that like the characters, like when they kind of realize that they may have went about something the wrong way, like they reflect on it and they they talk about it and they make it right, or they come to like an understanding, right? I feel like that's a thing that like a lot of series we've talked about it time and time again. Like that's just something the characters do not do that like in most of these series. Like it's very rare you have it to where to where the characters are handled like this. So that's something already, which is a very good sign that this series kind of gets across. especially with the two mains, and I'm sure it's going to be that way for a lot of the other characters as well.
I mean, we got that or I guess was it episode 4 that we got it, where no, it was episode 3, right?
Episode 3, you talking about the end where Natsusawa,
the very end where he goes, oh wait, it was oh shit, yo, my bad, I did not mean to do that. It just like I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. Like it kind of threw me off. I apologize. Like I kind of blew up, and it was wrong of me. I really apologize, guys. I never meant to scare you guys. I never meant to like blow up like that. Like it was
You're talking about Shohei, about like what he did in episode 2 with the gate situation, right?
Yeah, he is apologizing about
Yeah.
that. He comes and says he's sorry about that, and we get that really cool scene where we get, as I like to call him, we get Sasuke with the new girl in that
Oh,
scene.
bro, he put her in her place, bro.
He put her in her place, like,
Which
damn,
they're gonna be a thing. I said this. Yeah. I know Neko and Grem are readers, so they probably already know. But like, just from that interaction, I'm like, okay, those two are getting together.
They're gonna be a thing.
Yeah, those two. If they don't get together, I would be completely mind blown. But like, just based off of that, I'm like, okay, those two are gonna be a thing, bro. Like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell.
Boy on business. I like this.
Like,
okay.
It's like, man, I can't believe that Kikyo has stupid people too. It's crazy. Does your brain not work?
That was like a thing. Even in episode 3, that like we saw with Karuko, is that like she, like, I think our boy had like this based on the school she goes to, right? Like he had this impression of her that like, oh, she's this perfect, angel, right? But
rich girl,
but she like she has these little quirks and these things that like he was like surprised about. Like, okay, like she isn't like this perfect kind of person, which none of us are, Yeah. So like I did like that bit with the episode 3. As well, and obviously the scene at the end was the highlight of the episode with the little like confrontation. It was pretty tense, right? It was a tense sort of moment, but also I feel like there were surprises on both sides, because there definitely were some things like we had Subaru's, like this was really like her official introduction, I guess you would say. Like she definitely, like, you could tell she, like, it stuck out to her, some of the things that like even. Like Grem mentioned, when our boy was like apologizing for how he was at the gate, like she was surprised by that. And then even like our boy Rintaro, like she was surprised by some of his actions and some of the things he was saying. So
like him stepping forward and kind of shielding Karuko and stuff like that.
Yeah, like you could tell that there's ever so slightly like, I feel like some progress being made between like, with that divide. I feel like it's gonna still take a lot of time, of course, but I feel like there's seeds being planted essentially, right, to make some like progress for like the divide between like the two schools and that perception that they all like have of each other and whatnot. So I like that content a lot. Like there's a lot I like about this series so far with the characters, especially with our main two, like I mentioned before, just how they kind of reflect on some of their prior actions or things maybe they could have handled better. And they, like, even our boy, like, right, like when they were on the phone, he was not even gonna bring up about the I think it was about her being all formal and whatnot.
Yeah.
He felt like he would have regretted if he didn't say, like, you don't have to, you can drop the whole formal thing. And that was like one of the last things I think he said to her on the phone.
Yeah.
So like,
are you sure?
He needed to have that character development. He needed to like stand on business and tell this girl how he felt. Because I was literally screaming like, bro, if you don't tell her how the fuck you feel right now, like right this moment, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be livid. Like, you need to stand on business. You need to say how it is. You may not get another shot like this. Like, you gotta put on your pants, my boy. You gotta put on the Timbs. You gotta put on the fit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell this girl how it is. And my boy clutched up. Thank fuck. I was about to be pissed. He told her what's up. And you know what? She got rizzed up. She was blushing at the end of it. She was like, I'm so glad he couldn't see me fucking gritting the way I was.
Yeah, they both said it. They were like, oh, so hot or whatever. Like, they were both getting some type of way, obviously, about it. Yeah. Which is, valid because we can already kind of tell how they feel about each other. Like there's feelings brewing there for sure.
Bro,
We
not
like
even
to
brewing,
see
bro.
this. We like
The
to see
stew
this.
is already completed, bro. It's already.
I mean,
boiled,
I think I was saying
already
it.
ready.
I don't know if I was saying it episode 3 or episode 4. I'm like, bro, just wife her up already, man. I was just like,
just
come
wife
on,
her up.
like literally,
It's already over, dude.
but not. We'll touch on episode 4. I feel like more next week.
Yeah.
But like episode 3 was great, and there will be a lot of. We'll probably talk about episode 5. I feel like next week, everyone or Crash especially will probably have watched episode 4 and 5. So we'll have more to say about that'll be the double one. I feel like is next week.
Okay.
But
That sounds good.
yeah,
I mean that and Takopi next week is going to be like the biggest thing we're going to speak about.
Bro.
I'm pretty sure. Like next
we're
week
gonna have to
chat. You get ready. Next week is going to be a banger. Like you don't understand. It's like it gets better and better and better, and that's why I love this season. It has been a hype train that has not stopped, and I'm glad that we don't see a station note nearby because it's just going forward and forward.
Speaking of hype trains that don't stop, or beer trains, I guess, that don't stop. Graham Blue.
Graham
I
Blue.
know about the meme. I know what happened, but you guys can speak on it because I'm not watching it at the moment.
I mean, what was the
Keiki
big?
went in, bro.
Yeah, Keiki did go in. Yeah, Keiki. She was like, because I think they were like, what? They were like, do it without your makeup on and all that.
We got hit with the line, which was so funny. The whole like, bro, stop. He's not gonna bang his sister. Like, what's wrong with you? And then everyone's like, yeah, okay, what about him and Chisa though? They're living in the same house. And they go, yeah, they're not related by blood at all, but there's no way. And then everybody in the room stops, looks, and goes, explain yourself. It's like what? I adopted Iori's dad is adopted. So that means he's not at all related to this side of the family.
The floodgates have opened.
And everyone goes, oh really? Okay then. And yeah, that is a worm out the bag that people were not ready for. Because Keiki starts going into this existential crisis about it.
Yep.
Like, we need to know what the relationship really is like. And that's where we get the scene with Keiki going in, bro. She went in. She said, yo, what would you like? She did the whole, and it was referenced by Iori, my goat. She did the whole referencing the like, what would you like, dinner, a bath, or me? She basically did that, but she said, what would you like? This 98 proof alcohol? Strip, rock, paper, scissors? What would you like?
How can you fumble the bag without fumbling the bag?
Why do I have to pick one of those two things? So the alcohol, got it. Here you go. And then they play, of course, the game to say, what is it? The association game. Who looks the best in blue? And of course, everyone points at Iori. Who is the most likely to be a closeted otaku? And they all point at Iori. And he's like, wait a second, there's an otaku right there. Everyone goes, well, think about it. You said who's most likely to be closeted. That motherfucker don't know what the closet is.
Yeah, he makes it yeah, exactly.
He pretends to be a former otaku. Bro, he just is. Okay. And it just goes on like that. And then we get, finally, they're like, okay, fine. Then how do you feel about, Chisa? It's like, she's like one of my friends. Like, she's a peer. I don't think of her like that, right? Okay. Then if that's how you feel about it, how do you feel about Nanaka and Azusa? Them older ladies, hot as fuck. What a smash!
And then thus bloom the
the second Nanaka episode of panicking the whole episode.
The misunderstanding, which is not really a misunderstanding because
It's not
like
really a
because she is hot as fuck. So
She is hot as fuck.
yeah. But thankfully our girl, Asuza
Asuza coming
Asuza,
in
yeah.
clutch.
Yeah, which her recommendation, she's like, let's get her drunk and double team her. I was like, bro.
That's crazy work, bro.
Yeah. Which she obviously is dead ass serious when she
Yeah, I was
says
about to
that.
say, that's not even fake. That's just what she wants to do.
Yeah, she would
She
do that.
would do it.
Like she would have smashed
I don't
Yuri.
think she would. Right. I don't think she would do that, but she is not adverse to double teaming.
Oh yeah.
It's not the whole. The thing is, it is still her best friend. She's not going to take advantage
intentionally.
But
like,
I mean,
if
she wants it though,
yeah.
But if she wants it though, I am down, Iori. Let's Eiffel Tower, bro. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, she is about it.
She's all about it, bro.
Yeah, so I love that content with her. Even like the scene in the bar, I liked a lot. For sure, just like with the OGs in a way, I think like one of the things was like, oh, the four of them probably went through a lot to get to how they are now. That was a really nice scene at the end of the episode. Like it's stuff like that with Grand Blue, because I feel like that was like a pretty like, it was a more serious, I feel like a more like personal kind of moment.
Especially with Azusa like opening up to
like,
because we kind of got it in the first season a little bit where she says her ideal woman is Nanaka and her ideal man is Toki. And it goes, and it's at that moment that it kind of hits Iori like, oh, that must really suck for Azusa. Because Azusa says something like, it's kind of really hard to break out of a dynamic once it's good, once it's perfect.
Right.
And it's really hard. It's kind of, you start to understand a little bit of Azusa's personality because, yeah, she's in love with two of her best friends and she can't pursue it. So it's like, that kind of sucks. OBS, hide your camera.
Sorry, I have my mic.
Sorry, I'm just trying to help out our buddy.
Don't mind me. I had to switch the photo anyways. Don't mind me.
Anyway, but yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the Grand Blue episode was nice. It was, I feel like, as usual, it had like, I feel like this episode had more, like, it did have the comedic, obviously, bits that we're, accustomed to, used to, some unhinged, but also, like, the scene at the end, like I mentioned with the bar scene, like that, like, it hits you with moments like that, and you're just like, man, like, this series can kind of hit you on, like, a personal sort of level, like, a serious note when it wants to, which is nice, because I feel like a lot of the content that we, have in this series, with them just being, goofy and having a good ass time and messing with each other and all that, like it helps with scenes like this, like we saw at the end, kind of have more impact or hit more. So, and then Chisa, she took that freaking the boobology or whatever the freaking book was called. She ended up actually taking that thing home or whatever. Which,
I'll be honest,
I feel like Chisa already got a nice, she already got a nice chest.
She got a nice figure, bro.
Yeah, but
she
like,
kinda,
I guess
she kind of got it all, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if she's comparing herself to like Nanaka or something in terms of that,
Nanaka and Azusa, right?
Like
she's
in that department, it's like
damn, I'm really lacking. And honestly, all the fans are like, yeah, but have you seen your nice ass? Bro, listen to Iori last episode, bro.
It is indeed.
My God,
it is indeed a nice ass.
A nice ass. Yeah. But I mean, bro, like Memory said, it really is. It is astonishing how the author of this series can really go.
Yeah.
From something so stupid as trying to get some of your friends drunk to figure out if they're dating, to coming back and getting hit with the reality of, hey man, you really should do something quick. Like if you want to, you should do something, because if the dynamic gets perfected, it's really hard to change it.
Yeah.
And kind of getting that really like deep look into Azusa's character and like understanding her better as a character and watching her kind of suck it up and maybe a little bit forlorn, but she also goes to her friends and is comforted by her friends who she loves and she is loved by. And yeah, they're there even if she can't get the relationship she wants with them. They are still her best friends. So it's really good. That's all I got for Gray and Blue. What about you?
Yeah, same. I think we can move on.
Move on.
I mean, oh wow, he just changed his picture, bro. We were about to talk about the show and you changed your picture off of it.
Just when you want to get spicy, you can't get spicy, boys. Can't win all of
No.
them. But I mean, that's the good segue to talk about the next anime, the one I've been holding on to in my heart for this week. There is no way I'll be your lover unless. I mean,
Episode 3.
what are you guys trying to tell me to convince me that it wasn't great? It was fire. It was a very fire episode.
I will let you two speak on this. I will interject with my own things because I have read the source material. So
Crash, you can go. I mean,
Okay,
we were talking for a minute there, so I feel like it's only right. It's only right.
Okay.
yeah, it's only right that you get the floor first.
All right. So bada bing, bada boom. Homegirl, she's all the way in Paris. Taking photos, modeling. Because of her mom, whatever. And that's all good and all. She misses. God, I forgot all the girls' names. God, I suck. But she forgets the pink hair girls.
She misses Renako.
Thank you. Thank you. She misses Renako, and she pretty much when we come back, we gotta hang out and do stuff. But as she wants to do it only as friends. She doesn't want to do it as girlfriends. So she's like, I gotta get you out of my mind. I want you to just focus on the friendship aspect. She just only wants friendship, but this girl, she only wants to be more than friends. She wants to be girlfriend, and even more than that potentially. And then what I'm trying to tell everybody is it's because there isn't really a lot of people that understand relate to this character. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, it's fine, whatever. But then she's talking with her homegirl in school. She's like, hey, I gotta make more friends, talk to more people and hang out with more others. You want to hang out and play games in the crib? Okay, cool, bet. And they're playing. I thought that she may have liked her, but it's not kind of like that. And then she comes back early from Paris. She comes like, oh, I want to see you. Can I come to the crib? And then her sister's seeing these guys playing games, whatever. Okay, cool. And they have a little moment where okay, the sister's gonna take her back to the train, back home, and her and her are gonna have a little moment in the room. One thing leads to another, and we see what you've seen in my photo before I just changed it, a very spicy moment where things got out of hand. Question mark. Some may consider it to be an act of aggression. I consider it to be when you're passionate about somebody that you love, you'll do whatever it takes to get it. I just may see it in a different light than others would. But unfortunately,
Public service announcement. No means no.
No, it does. No means no.
Get consent. Anyway,
110%. But it kind of fumbles when the sister comes in and sees what's going down. She's like, oh, I didn't. Whoa, huh? She swings.
Enjoy yourselves.
Huh? She goes batshit crazy, and it's like, no, it's not like that. And then that kind of ends. So
She slapped the shit out of her.
bro, that the bitch slap. I was like, yo, I want nothing to do with you. How could
And
you?
she was more worried
yo,
about her
that-
sister seeing it than what Mai was actually doing. Cause she made it clear that she was uncomfortable, that she was she wanted her to
Renako just
stop.
wanted a friend. Renako just wanted a friend. That's
and
literally
it's
what,
not I don't even know if she was mad about that she was still kind of making advances on her despite her despite Mai not really being able to read kind of I guess the room, if you'd want to say, or how she was even she was saying it too. So I don't know, was she even really mad about that part, or was it about her sister seeing them?
I feel like she's learning a little bit more about her sexuality at the same time, trying to learn how to make friends, because she hasn't had the experience to have friends. So it's kind of at the same time, and it's colliding with each other, and it kind of sucks because she's just trying to figure out what is what and what is her main focus right now. Is it really a friend, or is it potentially a girlfriend? And my thing right now that she'll learn in the future is that your best friend can also be your significant other if you make it work. It really can be. for someone that's in high school, they can't understand that yet because they don't have the experience. They don't understand what it's like to have that. But in due time, you can see that. We're just seeing it in a bigger scale, with fan service and non-consensual, touching, which is wild. But I'm all
Yeah.
here for it, boys.
I think the biggest thing, like the biggest takeaway that I think is supposed to be given from this episode is like Rena didn't want it, but she didn't not want it. I wonder, and maybe if anybody someday watches this series, watches this podcast, watches this YouTube video, if you've ever questioned your sexuality, uh I'm thinking that Rena is going through something like that, where she isn't sure if she likes girls. She isn't sure if she likes boys. She knows that socially you're supposed to like boys, so she just wants to be friends. And like, there's the whole fact that she just wants a friend and she doesn't want to be girlfriends. And then there's also the fact that she doesn't know if she likes girls, and she's being won over by Mai over and over and over and over, and kind of getting turned to that point where she's looking at these girls like the same way that like a guy would look at a girl. So it's like she's being convinced, and she's kind of coming to terms with her own sexuality, because she's kind of being we talk about it as a joke, but she's kind of being turned, she's kind of being shown the path, right? And I think it's both her coming to terms with her own sexuality, and then also like I think this whole series is about her coming to terms with the fact that a best friend doesn't necessarily always have to be the best friend, or a lover and best friends aren't mutually exclusive. They could be the same thing, and it's that whole thing. So I think it's multiple things layered on top of each other, and I wonder if anybody has gone through something similar that has their 2 cents to throw into that. I would love to hear about it someday. I think that's what like the big takeaway here is.
Yeah.
But
And also I feel like a lot of like her, like how she was being in that moment, like we saw it in the episode, like a lot, some of it has to do with her past as well.
Yeah.
So like there's that as well that we can't really forget, because I feel like a lot of her is like she's kind of like scared or like nervous to say
no.
Yeah. So that's probably something on her mind too. So there's a lot of things on her mind, of course.
Right.
Like a lot of the things Grem just mentioned, but also that as well. So it is like from a character perspective, it is interesting, especially for Renako, kind of the position that she's in right now. So we're talking about all this, and it's like, man, we had what is her name? Ajisai, I think her name was.
Like
there was a good chunk of this episode that she was involved in. Like I feel like we haven't really touched. Like I mean, it was the stuff with her was cute though.
Because Senna was there mainly, it felt like, to get Mai jealous.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And get her to come home and do something about it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Which I mean, the content with them was nice, I will say. I feel like I don't really have much to say about it, but it's just something I wanted to bring up. Like, oh yeah, she was involved.
Like, she was there,
she
guys.
Was there. She was a thing.
I feel like we lost the sauce for a second. She was there, guys.
And maybe like I don't know. I don't know. Would you say like with how she kind of came across or was presented in this episode? Like, would you maybe say that someone like her is maybe more of a better fit for Renako or not? Like, I don't know that. Like, I'm not saying that's how I feel. I'm just saying like that's I guess a question I'm kind of bringing up with how kind of she was presented in this episode, because I mean I feel like they did like their interactions and kind of how they like I feel like they hit it off pretty nice. At least that's how I felt watching the episode with the two of them.
Yeah,
but
I'm getting harem vibes from this anime. I'm really getting harem vibes. I don't think it's gonna happen right this second, but like towards the end, it's like because everyone likes Mai, but they're slowly but surely, I guess, because Renako made her like debut now as like this very cute, popular pink hair waifu, everyone's starting to slowly now like her because they now see the attraction how Mai felt for for Renko. I guess like the supporting characters are gonna feel the same way for her because like Sasuke, the black hair girl, I know for a fact that she likes Mai a lot, but I feel like she can turn around 180 and start to like Renko. Senna, same thing. I think she does like Renko right now too. We just don't know it yet. And then the wild card right now for me, more than anything, is what's this girl's name? The girl with the green hair.
Yeah.
She's the wild card for me. Kaho. I
Kaho,
don't know.
yeah.
Like, is she just like one of those characters where she's just being like playful and just like ditzy whatever. But I don't know if she's gonna actually like she's one of those characters like, oh yeah, I like you too, and just like be like all touchy and whatever, or she's gonna be like at the very end like, oh, I want to join, I like her too, whatever. I don't know, but the main people I'm looking out for are these guys, and just pretty much they're gonna like only Renko instead of Mai. It's kind of like slowly but surely gonna build it. I don't know in what way. I'm just really enjoying more of the fan service and the animation more than anything. I don't know if this is gonna like build up to anything crazy, but it is an interesting conversation to talk about when it comes to like you becoming like more like in depth with your own person, your own like feelings about whether you're talking about your sexuality or just like learning to like just understanding another person that you've never really met before prior to going to school, stuff like that.
I mean, they're not shying away, I feel like, from like even in the bath scene. I mean, even in this episode, like she's starting to undress her and like she was opening up her legs. I mean, she was ready to go down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and this is just like episode 3, so it's like, okay, like they haven't even done anything yet, right? So when they don't get interrupted, when they don't like who
was it?
I don't know.
I mean, Grem, I don't want to ask you, but I had to ask you. I guess at this point now, like since you're reading it, I think, or like, what are we to expect going on in the future with the anime? Is it gonna get more spicy, or is it just this is peak? This is as far as we got.
I think there's gonna be consequences to this that you don't see yet.
He's like, mic drop. I'll leave you with that.
Okay, what a bomb to just throw it. I was like, okay, I like that. Okay, keeping me suspense, but not telling me too much. I fucks with it.
Anyway, Shonen.
the final one before we potentially finish. Do you guys have any honorable mentions for this one?
I'll give a shout to Yaiba real quick. It'll be real fast. I mean, this episode had it was like some Godzilla like kaiju type. Like there weren't actually kaiju, but like Yaiba turned big. He was a giant, and he was like.
Bro, you started talking about Yaiba and said kaiju, and I was like, wait, we're talking about kaiju?
No, but it had that kaiju, Godzilla-esque feel in terms of the scale of the fight, which was the way I was mind blown how well it was animated. I mean, I shouldn't really be mind blown when it comes to Yaiba because it looks really good, but like in terms of like how massive the like Yaiba himself, he turned giant in this episode, but then like what he was fighting, it was like a giant like temple like monster that was whipping around a giant train using it like nunchucks. It was crazy.
That sounds cool.
It was cool. It really was, right? It was another kind of one-off villain type thing that Yaiba's been doing, as Yaiba's been looking for the orbs, or the main orb, the dragon god orb or whatever. But yeah, like the fight was awesome. I was impressed with how well it was handled with the scale of it, right? Like so yeah, I that would be my main kind of takeaway with the episode. Honestly, was that like how impressed I was with the action sequences in this episode. But in terms of the actual like content, it was another kind of new villain introduced. But I think actually we may have saw him before. I don't really specifically remember. I think he was new though, and at first he was kind of being like all warm to them and inviting, and I think he was letting them even stay at their like the inn or the place that he had, but then he actually ended up being like the villain or whatever. It was working with the spider dude, which he actually, the one dude had there was 2 massive things that Yaiba was fighting in the episode. It wasn't just like the temple, it was like a giant temple like machine. It was crazy, bro. I don't know. The episode was wild in that aspect. So not much else to really say beyond that, though. Crash, I don't know if you wanted to talk to touch on Dr. Stone. Excuse me.
I mean, what could really?
They built the bikes.
Yeah,
I mean
they
that
built
was
the bikes.
yeah, that was the
And
big
they're in
thing.
Ecuador.
Yeah,
Ecuador is all sand now. Apparently, I kind of cool.
yeah, they finally built the bikes. They went through the whole process on how they like make rubber and whatnot, which was cool. They spent a lot of time on it. It felt like, but yeah, they ultimately like built the bikes. Stanley and the gang, you know, pulled up on them, and they I think one of them did get shot, but
Two of them got shot right now.
Two of them got shot. But I think they were like protected, right? They had like it did that classic thing where it's like, oh, they had something to kind of shield it, I believe, right? Or did they actually, because there was blood. There was blood. So
yeah, no, whatchamacallit, I forgot who the guy with the mask, I always forget his name. The one who knows how to use.
Tsukasa,
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, Hyoga. He got shot.
yeah.
And I don't want to say Tsukasa. I think it was somebody else, but no, Tsukasa got shot, but he had body armor.
Yeah, it was
So
Tsukasa.
he was okay.
Yeah, it was Tsukasa.
But Hyogo, he got shot. He is hurt right now.
Yeah.
And it was calculated because they wanted to hurt the
strongest
right now. Yeah, that's on the team right now. And
yeah, the biggest
Zeno
threats.
Zeno continues to like be like that guy and just like pretty much like tell like the plants, like, you know,
he's giving them signals.
Stanley. Yeah, he's
Morse. It was like Morse code, right? I think that's what.
Yeah. He's telling people what's going on with Morse code. Senku got a nice new suit. We got that nice red flight jacket. I like that. I guess everybody else had like a new fit. I think I might be wrong. I don't know. Dr. Stone for me has just been like, it's just like
it's
a
always
straight shot.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a solid. It's like always a solid you know, time, a fun time.
I feel like season 1 was a little bit more like.
Season 1 was the peak for me.
No, not season 1. Sorry, season 4 part 1 was more like part 1 for this season was more like enticing for me than it is now for season 2. Season 2 now is like, okay, it's a race, but like I don't feel like it's like a crazy, like, God, like I'm like I have to like know like if they're gonna make it or not. It's kind of like, oh, okay, if they make it, cool. If not, well, they tried and they failed. I don't know. I don't think Vash would agree with me on this, but part 2 has been like a little lackluster. But I feel like, I guess when we get towards the end of part 2 is when it's gonna start building up for it for me.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest thing obviously was that they built the bikes and they have that means of transportation. Stanley showed up. I mean, that's obviously like the big thing. I thought the bit with the decoy was kind of funny, and they had like a One Piece reference. That was kind of cool because they like sent off the decoy, and Kaseki and all of them were like, man, I love that thing. Like, we put a lot of time and effort into that, blah blah blah, and they just sent it off as a decoy to get freaking destroyed. And then I think it was Chrome, I want to say, who like turned around and put his fist up like the One Piece thing, like to salute. That shit had me dying. And he was the only one to do it. He just turned around, he put his hand up like that. I was like, bruh, that was actually great. So like I did get a kick out of that. But
are you watching Dr. Stone right now, Grem, or no? You're not interested.
I've been caught up since Stone War Part 2.
Fair.
No, the one after Stone War Part 2. They just got petrified where I'm at again.
Yeah. There's not much to say besides that. We can move on to, we got Togen Anki on here.
Yeah. I got one thing to say. Bro used poop and won.
Oh wait, no, that's Gachiakuta.
That's Gachiakuta. Oh, fuck. Okay. Togen Anki.
Wrong one.
No, he
Bro
figured out how to
blood in
use his
one.
guns. Yeah, he figured out how to use his guns. It's all about picturing your weapons, which is really dope, which is why he could do guns and why she could do her sister. That sounds wrong. That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it was really good. I think that's all I got for it. I'm kind of excited to see what's gonna happen. I'm kind of excited to see what's going on there.
Yeah, so we saw like the start of the test. Obviously a big.
Wait, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like the big part of this episode was obviously what Grem mentioned with our boy kind of realizing how he can kind of bring out his his weapons and what he's familiar with, right? As we saw, like they showed his bedroom and all the like weapons and stuff that he had in there that he like works on or whatever. So that as we saw, like we saw him with the giant like it looked like an assault rifle, but I don't know. He just one shot that freaking. It was like a marksman rifle or something.
I think he used the underbarrel grenade launcher.
That would make sense. Yeah. So like we saw that, like that was obviously a big part of the episode, but also like with the purple, the pink haired girl, she had obviously a lot of, which her whole thing is like based off, I guess, of like her past trauma. We heard it was like her sister apparently, which she can't control it, obviously. And that was, I feel like, a big point of this episode was that, like, our boy is kind of like a wild card, right? Like, from what we had saw until that point. Like, obviously, it kind of clicked for him at the end. But we had, the girl who couldn't control her, really, ability at all. And we had the one dude who was the best at controlling it. And then we had our boy is kind of like a wild card. Like, he's kind of like hit or miss in terms of, like, controlling his power, his ability. So I did like seeing that. Pink hair girl, feel like she's kind of a little annoying to me. I don't know how y'all felt about her. Like, I feel like people could see her as kind of like a little charming in a way, but like, I don't know, just the constant like. Obviously, there has to be some kind of meaning behind it for the way she is, but the whole like I'm sorry gimmick and I'm sorry, like blah 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 that I did this, like just apologizing at every turn. I feel like it has to be for a reason, which we'll probably get into, and it's probably messed up, but I found some of her traits, at least initially. I know it's still early, but I wasn't really a big fan. We did see, I think his name's Jin, I want to say. He was using like he was given like some Chainsaw Man type vibes. Of course, I know people probably mentioned
one of his was actually literally the Chainsaw Man through the finger and everything.
I don't know. I felt a lot of like Chainsaw Man and even like Attack on Titan in this episode, like when they're like hitting like they're hitting the nape of the freaking of the monster or whatever, or the creature that she summoned. Yeah, so like I don't know, it was a fun episode. Nothing crazy in my opinion. But I did enjoy parts of it. So I don't know how y'all felt about Grem could probably maybe speak on it more if he.
Yeah, I'm not with you guys. I got this.
It was a good episode. My thing is, I could have sworn like there were supposed to be more people in there.
I guess like, they're going in one at a time is what they're doing. I mean,
but that doesn't make sense because these three are a team, aren't they? These three are a team together, I thought.
Yeah, the setup was a little confusing because at least at first it was like, okay, there's one ball for you three, and then there's two balls between the two other teams.
So whatever. 3 people are gonna get eliminated. Does that mean that it's a 1v1v1 and there's 2 people that are gonna pass here? Or is this just a team that is dysfunctional as fuck?
That was like, my thing when I watched the episode. I was like, why are they fighting each other? Don't they have to all go get the ball?
Aren't they a teammate? Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah. I did not know. I feel like they didn't make
that. They didn't really make that clear though. I feel like.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I was watching this episode going, wait, aren't they a team? Wait, why isn't the other team in there? Wait, what's going on?
Literally.
Like, huh?
Literally, no.
And then the teacher went in, so I really don't know.
Yeah, the teacher explained it. Like we had the teams established. We said like, oh, there was one for those 3, and then the other 2 are split between the other 2 groups or whatever. I'm like, okay, so they're all gonna go in together. And then I saw just the one group go in first. I'm like, okay, like how is this gonna work? And then I guess it was a 1v1v1, but like I don't know, the way it was kind of presented was that like they were working together. Because the girl was like,
yeah, I thought it was a 3-man cell, a 3-man cell, and a 2-man cell. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know. But maybe we'll see, get more clarity on it in the next episode. But
hey, please let us know in
maybe we're just
however
stupid.
way you can comment.
I mean, it's your boy.
Tell us what we're missing, because we might be stupid. Because I don't understand what this test is right now. I'm gonna be real. but I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Definitely not.
Okay. After Togenanki, what do we got?
Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju number 8.
I mean,
I want to say about that real quick. Yeah,
Kikuru
Kikuru
is
I was gonna
badass.
is goated.
Kikuru was
yeah.
badass. Yeah.
Kikuru was badass, and our boy has trauma. He can't transform into 8.
You
After
can't get it up.
a lot of
Can't get it
attempts,
up.
so many
Can't get it up.
attempts. And they
think
kept the
3.
OP visuals the same as, the same sort of style that they did for the first OP.
Which looked really cool, especially with 9 popping out at the end.
Yeah.
It was fire. It
Yeah.
was fire.
And they brought
But
back
that-
One Republic, of course, for the ED, which is...
For sure.
I like the visuals for that, too. Like, the different, like, kind of color palettes, and then them all kind of coming together for Kafka, like, at the end. And, like, it was, like, all the colors, kind of, him looking out on the city. Like, bringing more color to the city and all that, which was really cool. But, yeah, this was a lot of Kikuru shine, of course. Her coming to the aid of Kafka, which we kind of know how she feels about that. Like, she's for especially for Kafka, I feel like she's like kind of ride or die. So her coming in there for him, fitting. Also, we did see a bit more Gen shine. We did got introduced to him in the previous episode, so seeing more shine from him, of course. I feel like those were like the two kind of highlights of this episode, and like we mentioned with Kafka, him being unable to transform. So another fun episode. It was solid for me. Nothing really to write home about, go crazy about. But I would say the biggest thing for me was like Kikuru was showing out in this episode for sure. So
Yeah.
and we got the new OPED, of course. So
I actually gotta listen to it.
visuals
I'm gonna see if it's just as good as the first season. I'm gonna tell you guys where that it is, but I'm gonna.
I don't think the songs are as good, and maybe that's because I'm like a fan of old school One Republic,
Mhm.
and I really liked the song we got from
Youngblood. think it
Youngblood.
was-
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah.
I think I like the ED from season 1 more, but I like the OP from this season more than the OP from season 1. But
Okay.
they're
Well-
all, I actually enjoy all 4 of them, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's really a miss in there, personally, but
Yeah.
just ones I
think-
like more than the other.
I think I liked season 1 both better, but I mean
That's
fair
fair.
enough. I think the visuals though are heat for
Yeah.
this.
For both, yeah,
So yeah.
definitely.
All right.
Alright.
You wanna go
Gachiakuta.
to, yeah.
I
The floor
mentioned
is
it
yours, gentlemen.
before. I mentioned it before, but all I'm gonna
Oh,
say on Gachiakuta is homeboy used poop and won.
Yeah, he was fighting with poop the whole time. And at first he was like, he told him too, he was like, bro, you're fighting with a plunger. And he's like, huh? Like he just like didn't even really think much of it, I guess.
Well, I don't think he knows what a plunger is.
I guess
'cause
he
homeboy
doesn't.
said, "What is
I guess
this?"
he doesn't know. Not like you would see it. I feel like you would see shit. At least how they were showcasing it, right? Like shit was like literally crammed in it. So, I mean,
Bro, how is it flinging that much? I've never
Yeah.
seen.
I
a
don't know what.
plunger.
There was a reason they had to use a
That-
plunger,
oh,
for wherever.
honestly.
Yeah. But I think the biggest thing of this episode obviously was like the introduction of Zanka. That was the biggest thing, which they got Matsuoka voicing him, the voice actor for Kirito. It's so fitting, honestly, with him. So I did like his introduction. We're getting more, obviously, of our main group. We did see Rio at the end, the very end of the episode, playing with our boy's hair. So we got
Yeah.
we got the main group, the main 4 introduced, like officially now, you would say. So that's like really cool. And then also they went into, I think Engine was describing how a bit of like how the vital instruments work and all that. So that was another big point of this episode as well. Like when him and Rudo were sitting down talking at the table. So there were some nice bits in this episode, I will say. From that with Engine talking about the vital instruments and Zonka's introduction, Rio's introduction, some of Zonka and Rudo's interactions, and obviously like Rudo chasing him around with shit, flinging shit at him. It was a bit funny, and yeah. Now that we got the kind of main, we'll get more with Rio, but now that we got the main cast kind of established now, it's it's nice, and we'll see where it takes off from there with the cleaners and all that. So Anything else you guys want to bring up or talk about with this episode?
No, I'm not watching it. That's all you guys. If you, Graham, if you have anything else, speak on it. Otherwise, we can go to the next one.
No, I don't have anything right now.
All right. To Be Hero, I don't think any of us watched.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we didn't watch the newest episode of To Be Hero, is. Oh, you did?
Oh no!
Oh,
To be Hero, I didn't see it. He didn't,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm talking about Don. Did
Which
that.
is surprising. I think that's like a first, but it's all good. So next up, we'll go to Don to Don, season 2, episode 4. Which, I mean, man, the first half of the episode was kind of like I think I was telling, because I was watching this with Boss Man, and I was kind of telling him, I was like, yeah, the first half was kind of like whatever. Like Momo was kind of walking around using the way she figured it out though was actually really, I gotta give her credit for that with the hot spring and all that. So I gotta give her props for that. I did like that bit, but she was like walking around with the thing, like putting out the fires and all that, which was, it was cool to see. Nothing crazy, but like the second half of the episode, I feel like is where it really took off, right? When you had the reveal that I think his name is Manjiro, the Buddhist or whatever, like he was actually sent here by Granny, right? To kind of watch over Momo.
No. He was already living in the area. He's like,
no, she called him.
But wasn't he already staying there to begin with? Like,
he could have already been staying there. Yeah, I think he was staying there, but like, but she called him to kind of like, we didn't know that he was kind of there to help them, right? Or to be on the lookout for them. So we got that reveal that like he was there or I guess he wasn't there for a reason because he was already there, but like he helped them out for a reason. He wasn't just some one-off kind of goofy sort of thing. And we did see some other familiar faces, obviously, in this episode as well. We saw I forget
Taro. We saw the skeleton.
Yeah, Taro, which the scene with him running and all that that shit had me dying, bro. Like when that whole sequence when Granny was let me
just put that out there right now. Granny Psycho is the GOAT. She carried that half end of the episode. The way she stood on business and told Jin, run up or get faded, was the craziest shit I've ever seen, bro. All she said was, I have a bat and my wits, let's go.
They had a plan. The way they executed that was clean. Like everyone kind of did their part, as you could tell, like Taro and then the boxer, Penny
Mr.
or Peony or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, they all kind of worked together in tandem. It was really cool actually to see that. And even like Momo in a lot of those scenes was coming in clutch too. Like she was like, they had to kind of slow it down because of how fast everything was going. Like she was pulling them out of danger, like with the quickness. So yeah, the way they animated everything, like the hand-to-hand combat and just like, it was so sick. Like from the time that Granny showed up, really like on the, like using Taro as like as a hoverboard, that from that point on, like it was all gas, no brakes,
I just want to say for the record, like Granny said in season 1, I don't know if you guys remember, like the 3rd or 4th episode where she was like, aliens don't exist, what are you guys talking about, you guys talking crazy? And then you see in season 2 she's coming down the UFO on top of Taro, that's possessed. Like you couldn't make that, like you just couldn't make that shit up in your head. Like would you ever consider your grandma coming down of a UFO from a fake human body, ready to fight, a spirit that's possessed by one of your best friends, your childhood friends, excuse me. That's, you couldn't even fathom to make that up if you wanted to. Yeah. And just, the ending for me was just, I said it already because I watched the 3 episodes already in theaters, so I already knew like what to expect, and I told everybody episode 4 is where it's going to peak, where it's going to get so much more better. Just the fight sequence, amazing. But for me, it was more like, when,
the reunion.
Ken was dead, and she was like, we gotta get away, get him, he's in the mold. And everyone was like, don't worry, he's good, don't worry. He was, and Momo just, hand to God, just hugged him like, I'm so glad you're alive. I'm like, yes, we getting more of the romance between them. We're building up this relationship. Like, I love to see it. I really do love to see it.
That was like that was like the icing on the cake, honestly, was like that. Yeah. Them like hugging each other. At first our boy was kind of like freaking out because he like fell into her, and then he like backed up, and then she's like, no, wait, like she came in and hugged him.
Give me that body. I want to feel you.
Yeah. And obviously she like had her head down. She was teared up, but it makes sense, right? She thought that she, you know, because she was talking about like she was gonna save him and all that, and she felt in her mind that she may have failed, right? So you start thinking like some terrible thoughts, some terrible things, right? So the fact that, you know, obviously he was still alive, so just a huge weight off her shoulders, obviously, and that was showcased obviously with her hugging him and, you know, breaking down, which it was a very nice way to leave off the episode after after how fired the fight scene was, from a lot of aspects that we've kind of talked about, like the animation wise. We know with Dandadan now, they just kill it right when it comes with the fight scenes, so that was really no surprise. But I like how they utilized just a lot of the cast, you know, like some familiar faces, bringing them back into the mix. It was really cool. So even when Momo couldn't like use her, you know, she was out of
psychic powers.
Yeah, like she couldn't use it. Like Penny came in and just kicked all the shit out of the way. He's like, wait, back up, like I got this, and he like punched it out of the way or whatever. Yeah, like stuff like that was like really cool because I don't know, you these other characters kind of grow on you a bit just from scenes like this that we had in this episode for sure. So yeah,
I just can't wait to see Ken, sorry, Jin. Yes, I can Jin.
Gigi.
Like, now that he's like, that he's back to normal, like what's gonna happen with him? Is he still gonna have evil eye in him, or like I need to see.
Yeah.
Also, the whole thing that happened with him, like the way they sealed him, is freaking sick too.
Yeah, whole
They
human
sealed
body
him
within a
crazy.
human body.
Yeah, but I mean, bro, I love Dandadan, but I mean, like I said, y'all hit on everything. I love the whole relationship between Momo and our boy. I just love it, you know?
Yep.
I think honestly, I think that's just enough said, you know?
Yeah, I mean that was
Unless y'all got more.
Yeah, that was the icing on the cake.
That's it.
Yeah, alright. Sakamoto days.
I honestly don't have much to say on it. If you guys do, by all means, all I will just mention is like I don't really care for the anime anymore. It's there are better assassin animes out there. It is comedic. It is a good time, but I feel like there's better animes out there that represents more of like, you know, assassins and whatnot. Not to shit on Sakamoto, he is the GOAT, but look, I'm just watching it go down, and it's like cool. I'm seeing more of the side characters have character development. But at the end of the day, you know, I just feel like what people are telling me, and I still believe it, that the manga is gonna hit more than the anime, and I think that's still true right now. You know, is it gonna get better overall? I don't know, but I don't think the story's not. I don't care for the story enough anime wise for me to like be like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see it next week. I'm just watching it to watching it at this point, just because, you know, I already saw it from, you know, season one. I gotta at least see it to the very end. But you know, I hope you guys are enjoying it more than me, at least.
Bro, I've been enjoying the hell out of this. This part, like so far, like has been hitting a lot. Like the Nagumo like focus in this episode, like how badass he was. Like he was literally just toying with the dude in the shop, like literally. Like the dice scene, like that was so sick.
I want to say he did the coldest thing, and I fucking love it. Like the most like me thing to ask. Homeboy picks up the cash register, like crushes it in, and he goes,
"How are you gonna get the money out?"
What happens to the
yeah, the
money?
What happens?
What happens to the money though? Like he was so curious, and I'm like, yes, agreed. And then of course the cold scene. You were about to bring it up. I totally interrupted you. The dice scene, bro. Cook.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna let you choose, bro. Like it's crazy. But no, Nagumo. This is why Nagumo is a fan favorite for a lot of people in this series. I feel like we've barely really like scratched the surface with him, because they've kind of hinted at it, right? Like there's a lot of there is a past with him and Sakamoto and some of the others. So, which they did bring up in this episode too, that like I think they said like Sakamoto was at like 30% or something of his full strength, which is like absolutely insane so like Nagumo right now, like they're like, oh, Nagumo got him beat. But that was the thing also with this episode they're kind of hitting on with Sakamoto and like embracing, you know, his chubbiness, right, or how fat he is, which is another thing that we like I talked about with Lou, right? The author just kind of like I joking, but like it's pretty serious too, is like the author just kind of forgets about her. Like this is a plot line they kind of introduce here, or like a topic, right, about Sakamoto embracing like, you know, his fatness and whatnot, and like this is something that like goes away. This topic, or this, you know, something they hit on in this episode, like they don't really touch on that much like after this, if at all, like this plot line or whatever. So that is a little disappointing, but yeah, no, this episode still was fire for like the stuff with Nagamo, like we mentioned, like that was probably one of the bigger highlights of this episode, but also Sakamoto was out here as well, with Sniper Boy, who in Peaski, Peaski or whatever.
I mean, they're just
this part has been cooking. This part has been cooking, in my opinion, bro. Like it's off to a really nice start, and I was saying that before. I think I said it last week, and I keep saying it. Like this was gonna be the content and the characters focused on in this part and beyond. I feel like is where like the series really starts to hit its stride a lot. So, and I feel like that's been kind of made apparent already, like with the start of this part. Like what we've had with Nagamo, Osuragi, Shin, and Lou, obviously Sakamoto. Like it's been off to a good start. It really has. So I'm glad for that. Like, yeah, production wise, it still could be a lot better. There have been some nice scenes, I will say. Like even in the store with Nagamo, when he was like flipping his weapon around, like he was like swirling it around like some nunchucks or whatever, like that. It was animated really well. There was some nice bits with Sakamoto later in the episode too. So like, yeah, it's not the greatest production. It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse though too. But I feel like they have improved. They have improved a bit from the first part and some of the things. Which, granted, those were like lower priority. I feel like some of the stuff we've had in this part so far has been a bit higher priority. So, and we did have the break obviously between the cores. So, yeah.
As long as you guys have a good time, that's all that matters.
Yes, sir. But all right. That's going to do it for our anime spotlight section of the show. We are going to now move on to our rankings, of course, and to see kind of where everyone's at for the week. So to start off, I'm just going to quickly rattle off Vash's for the week. Number one, I think Grem mentioned this earlier, I believe. I don't know if you mentioned specifically that he had Water Magician at number one, but yeah.
I did.
Boss Man has Water Magician episode 4 at number 1 for a lot of the reasons we mentioned earlier. I think we actually specifically said what Boss Man said about the episode in that segment. So yeah, number 1, The Water Magician episode 4. Number 2, Dandadan season 2 episode 4. Boss Man said great comedy and animation fight sequence with Evil Eye and Grandma at the end. So yeah, we touched a lot about that. Number 3, Dr. Stone Science Future Core 2 episode 3. Number 4, Betrothed. Grem might give me shit for that. I probably pronounced it wrong. To my sister's ex.
No, you got it right.
No, you got it right.
Let's fucking go. All right. She is opening up her heart, and I love this for her. She deserves all the happiness. Plus, fuck those maids. They might touch more on that next week. All right, we won't have Neko next week, but maybe Bossman will touch on that. He might not even be here next week, actually. But number 5, New Saga episode 4. Episode took a turn I didn't expect, and I'm curious on the direction. Grem hit on that as well during that section, literally word for word. So yeah, that was Boss Man's, and now we're gonna throw it over to Crash for your rankings for the week.
I'm gonna make my top 10 very quick. I know I haven't spoken on it for a while, but for me, number 1, it's not Rent a Girlfriend for once, guys. It's actually Takopi's Original Sin. When an anime makes me feel sick to my stomach and it makes me want to throw up, that's how you know an anime is very, very, very well done. You got to feel something to make me put it way, way high, and Takopi is that. And I'm pretty sure it's going to stay that way even probably next episode when it ends. Number 2, there is no freaking way I'll be your lover unless, I mean, come on, you're looking at my background, guys. You already know what I was here for. I'm the Gooner here. I see now why they're calling me the Gooner. Number 3, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I only saw episode 3, but I made myself a promise that I did want to put it on my top 10, so I did see episode 3, and it hit. I really do want to see episode 4. I do hope that it continues on with its romance. Number 4, Rent a Girlfriend season 4. The reason it's not number one is because it was boring as fuck. There's nothing to explain. It was just a lot of talking. There's nothing
But the
more
fact
to
it's
say.
still that high up is crazy, bro.
It's not out of 10. Just leave it at that. Number 5, A Couple of Cuckoos, season 2. It is getting a little more interesting. We got I now. She put her hat in the ring. And shout out to Bao the Whale, if you know who she is. She is a VTuber. She is voicing I in the dub of this anime. And I'm just letting you guys know, if a gooner like her is able, to voice some anime for Crunchyroll, then your boy can also goon to a lot of anime this season. Number 6 is called The Night season 2. It was fire. Just seeing, the relationship build up between these two characters. Number 7, Down to Down season 2. I would have put it higher, but a lot of other animes were a lot more interesting to me, so that's why it's that low. Number 8, New Panty and Stalking with Garterbelt. We didn't speak on it.
Was this the Fast and Furious reference?
There's a Fast and Furious.
Oh,
I literally
okay,
wrote
okay.
that right here,
I saw
bro.
it,
It's
yeah, yeah.
Fast and Furious family swims together. If you know, guys, you know. Number 9 is Nukitashi, the animation. What can I say? It's a Gooner anime, and it's fire.
Why the hell
and
are we still watching this? We don't know, but we're having a
I am
enjoyable
not
good
gonna
time
stop
with it.
not watching this. This is so much, bro. This peak absolute cinema. And number 10, my final one is Watchery-kun's Balenka is about to collapse. We got the beach episode. We got swimsuits, but we also got some developing drama happening. Some past trauma. We hope to see more of that in the next episode, but it was very nice to see, my boy, try and see what girl he may like, or he might get a harem. I don't know, but there's that. And it's not incest, but the sister's being a lolicon low key, so I don't know how to take that. But hey, whatever, it is what it is. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. There's no reason why you have to drag your brother to see you change into a swimsuit in public.
Crazy.
But yeah, that's my list.
Grem, what you
What
got?
you got
Give us ones. I'm probably gonna do the same thing as you, honestly. Just ones that were your standouts from the week.
I mean, I'm gonna name 10. I'm not gonna give you an order because I'm gonna be honest. I haven't. I've been.
That's been the
slacking on that
challenge with
hard
this season, though.
me.
To be fair,
Yeah.
It's been tough.
Church. I mean, I literally call it church. Like,
Yeah.
what can I say? Speaking
Wow,
of
it's not even
another,
top 10 for me. That's crazy. Where'd I put it? You're right.
speaking of another heavenly show, we got Fragrant Flower,
that's
which
fine.
is up there, bro. Peak. I want to give a shout out to Rory Rocks. It deserves to be somewhere up here for sure. Of course, Silent Witch. I could not gush enough about that show. Not Hotel Inhumans, which I'm disappointed I haven't seen that. It would be here, I guarantee. But Welcome to Outcast Restaurant, Grand Blue, There's No Way I'll Be Your Freaking Lover Unless, Clevatess is up there, surely. Rascal Does Not Dream of Christmas. Gachiakuta was really funny. And I haven't been keeping track of how many I'm naming, but I think I'm at 10.
Yeah.
Solo Camping for 2 and Cultural Exchange with a Game Center girl. We're both. I feel like they don't get enough love, so they're both there. I'll let y'all stew on that.
Little
you got,
spotlight for them.
I like that.
So for me, I don't really have a specific list. I definitely could give you some ones I really enjoyed from this week, though. Dawn to Dawn season 2, of course. Call of the Night season 2. Those are definitely ones. Dress Up Darling. Besides the Prez host segment, like there was some good bits in the episode, of course. Takopi, gotta mention Takopi. The Water Magician, especially the second half of the episode. Fragrant Flower, of course, gotta have that in there. So those are probably the ones that stood out to me the most, I would say. From this week, there were some other good ones as well, like we've kind of talked about them and gushed about them, like Silent Witch, for example.
Sure.
Bunny Girl Senpai, probably my favorite episode in this new season. So there were some other highlights for sure. But overall, I feel like this is another good week this season. We've talked about it. It's been hitting on all notes. So yeah, that about wraps up our show for tonight. Another lengthy, beefy one. This season deserves it, though. I'm just going to be completely honest for a lot of the things, we've been mentioning. So yeah, let us know what you guys thought of this week's anime. What were some ones that you were enjoying? Did you enjoy some ones maybe more than we did or not? Are there ones that maybe we didn't bring up that you're like, hey, why the hell did you not bring this up? Like, let us know.
Please let us know
Yeah.
how much you hate us for not watching
Lord of Mysteries.
please. Please let us know how much we're missing out on Lord of Mysteries. You know how it is. No, I mean, there's been a lot to talk about. Let us know if you have anything you want to talk about. You want us to talk about. We might see a comment. I mean, I doubt it. I don't think we're getting comments right now. But maybe eventually we'll get comments and we'll be able to look at them and go, hey, wait a second. Yo, they brought this up a couple months ago. I kind of want to talk about this just for a second. I'm just, let us know. We'll get around to it shortly. If they happen. Nah, this was a good week. I enjoyed it. Of course, read light novels, please. Read light novels, read manga. Like, source material is king, but man, these animes be hitting.
I can't even blame for people that go to the source material. I can't even blame you, especially for this season, for a lot of this stuff.
No, yeah, there's a lot of anime
Crash,
to get rid of.
What you got to leave us off with?
Thank you guys for watching the Off the Binge podcast. Once again, episode 40. That's a big milestone for us. We're about to hit 50 very soon, so stay tuned for that. We got special episodes planned for you guys in the future. This hype train is not stopping. Best believe we have a lot more crazy fire takes coming up very soon. We will be missing some, co-hosts, but don't worry, they'll be coming back very soon. So stay tuned out for them. But in the meantime, you got us to, let you guys know what is fire, what is mid, and what is trash. Please join our Discord if you guys want to, see us, roll mundane or just talk about,
just come roll
trash
for us.
anime. Yeah, roll for us. Please,
Honestly,
roll for us.
if you guys roll for us on Mude, we will love you forever. Like,
yes. Follow us at our respected, social medias. You can always follow us there. Follow us on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, wherever you need to. And as always,
wherever you're reading, listening. I don't know if you're reading. You're probably not. Wherever you're listening to this at, give us a follow. I know we're on what, the iTunes now. We're on
Spotify. I think we're working on getting it up. Podbean,
SoundCloud. We're on all that now.
We're trying to get up all the places so we get some traction. So yeah, if you like what we're doing here, let us know.
Oh yeah, and we may have a special guest on for the next episode, so be on the lookout for that. I'm not gonna mention the name, but you will see next week when that does happen for the next episode. Mooly, if you know, you know.
Mooly, yeah.
So yeah,
if you know, Mooly's gonna.
That's about it, y'all. We'll see you in the next episode for episode 41. Have a good night, evening,
good night, guys.
morning, afternoon, whatever time it may be.
Keep going to ecchi anime. This is the time.
You're not alone, boys. We love this shit.
Rent a Girlfriend is the best anime of all time. You can't change my mind.
Rent a Girlfriend is trash.
You're crazy. Crazy.
Come rolling, Mude.
Kissing in the manga.
You're rolling Mude?
Oh, come rolling.
Wait.
Right,
before you cut off,
Right,
bro, Bertolt got rolled during the pod, bro.
Fuck Bertolt, bro.